Hello, everybody. This is a long session. I'm going to try to go through this fairly quickly. So we're just going to say what it is. I'm glad you guys are all here. I am so glad to see you. All right. I have my tea. I have my stuff. Okay. So on this bundles journey, we have covered so much. We've covered a lot. And we're going to keep going. But today we're going to do a quick review before we go any further. And then we are going to actually try to build a bundle together or find all the pieces and the components and, play with the listing, all of that other stuff. So the first thing about building a bundle, before we get into the weeds, like you've decided e-commerce is for you and this is your journey. So if you've decided that e-commerce is for you, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a schedule so that we can do this e-commerce thing. Because without a schedule, a lot of people just get started and they quit. It's like, oh, I couldn't do that. It doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to build a schedule if we're going to do this e-commerce thing. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out what our goal is and our long game. So what I mean by goal is we said, okay, how much money do I really, how many bundles do I really want to create? How much money do I want to potentially make off of these bundles? Maybe I only want to create a few bundles a week or a few bundles a week or a few bundles a month. Is this going to be my permanent strategy or am I going to incorporate other methods of e-commerce? And am I going to long-term try to get this thing branded? Am I actually creating a brand? Am I going after a niche or am I not? Am I just going to stay in the generic land? So number two is like, you got to figure out what's your goal and then what's your long game. Number three, what platform? So am I going to sell on a specific platform? Am I going to try to do multiple platforms? And if so, what's my strategy for being able to manage selling on multiple platforms? So you got to figure that out. And then the next thing is going to be product validation. We're going to step through all this today. So product validation, what is the product or the bundle idea that I have? And how do I validate this bundle idea? Is this something that people want? Is this something that people need? Is this something people can use? Is this something that's going to change people's lives? How are they going to use it? What is the impact? How are they searching for it? All of that stuff. And then after I figure out the bundle idea, validating that particular concept, then the next thing I'm going to do is actually start sourcing for it. I'm going to start with maybe sampling out with retail arbitrage because I got to come up with some estimated shipping costs, right? I got to manage my shipping. So I'm going to go, if I was going to do the bundle that we talked about with the slippers, I'm going to go to a store, find some slippers, and then I'm going to find all the little pieces to go with it. And then what can I package this in and ship it out to a customer if I'm creating a bundle that include or showcase some slippers. So again, going out there, doing some preliminary sourcing, and then also figuring out what your long-term sourcing strategy might be. Do I have like 2 or 3 wholesale suppliers that I could potentially work with, go with to actually do my sourcing, get my products from, or pieces of my product from? If not, I want to keep that in mind, start building a list of who could be my potential sourcing suppliers. That doesn't mean that list is not going to change because you may find a better supplier at a better price, a better quality product, all that other stuff. But there's things about the sourcing strategy. You got to look at the product. What's the quality? What's the rating on the product? Especially if you're buying it from a wholesale supplier, what's their catalog? What are the fees they're going to charge you? Or if you're getting it from AliExpress, you're going to do virtual bundles. You need to go see what the product ratings are. How are you going to pivot if you're doing virtual bundles to something else? And then shipping, estimating shipping. How big of a box is this thing going to go in? Is it going to go in a bag? How am I going to ship it? What's my shipping method? Is it cheaper to ship USPS versus UPS? Because I need to know that before I start mass producing, or not really mass producing. Maybe I'm going to sell 100 of these and I'm going to move on to the next thing, because I'm always thinking about bundles back in the whole determine my goal and my long game. Then once I've kind of figured that out, the concept of how much this thing is going to cost me, whether or not it is profitable or not, now I can move on to listing. So I can go on to beginning to create the listing, getting the pictures, all that other stuff. So we got to go profitability. And then photos, okay? Images, photos, whatever you want to call it, naming your images, all of that stuff, putting the listing up. Let's see what it does. How well did we do our keyword research? Because again, all that's back in product validation. I'm figuring out the keywords that people are searching for this thing. What's the name of the thing? How am I going to create the title? You know, going through the listing checklist of all the things that are part of creating this listing. So then the next thing is to kind of test. Maybe I test with multiple colors, different sizes, switch out some of the products, change out the title, figure out which one of these is going to work. And then based on what my plan is for my long game, I run with this one and I start getting maybe producing more of them until people either jump on it. If I'm going after branding, then I don't have to worry about people jumping on my listing. I can just continue to sell this thing. So you got to go through that process in your head of how this is going to work for you. Selling things that people are going to buy anyway, like what are things that people buy anyway, not every day, but probably every week. Food items are always things that people are buying every single week. I mean, they're buying groceries, they're going to the store, they're replacing things like trash bags and aluminum foil. They're buying stuff to go in their kids' lunch pails, containers, or bento boxes, all that stuff. When school starts, they're buying backpacks, socks, underwear. So there's always opportunities for different types of bundles. But you need to step through the process to figure out how it's going to work for you. And then once you have a strategy, you can run with it. So, once you have a product that you're going to go with, then you can run with it. So let's go with the top part. So this class is session 5. And in session 5, I'm going to try to go through this somewhat quickly. You can watch the more detailed sessions if you go back and watch them individually, but we're going to start from the first one. I'm going to talk fast because we got to create a bundle today. Like, who's down for creating a bundle today? Who's down? We're going to step through all 8 of those. Well, 7 probably. Well, who's down for creating a bundle? In the chat, who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Am I by myself? I'm drinking tea. I got one person who's ready to create a bundle today. All right. You guys warming up your fingers? Okay, you're warming up your fingers. Okay. All right, I know it's cold in parts of the country today. All right, let's get started. All right, this is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers Mastery, and today we are going over the Bundles Workshop Session 5. In the Bundles Workshop Session 5, we're going to go through the review of what we've covered in sessions 1 through 4. We're going to fly through those. Make sure everybody is up to speed. We're going to talk about your numbers and setting targets so you can maximize your profits. Listing optimization, which we actually have talked about, listing optimization. And we're going to develop some bundles in class. Now, I don't know if we're going to get through all 4. If we don't, we'll just move it to session 6, but we're going to get through. We're going to develop some bundles. Maybe we just get the concepts today. And then we may put the bundles together next week. I don't know. But let's go. 1, 2, 3. All right. As always, I make no guarantees, no promises. Your results are based off of your effort, your decisions, your work. It is your business. It is not my business. But my goal is to share with you what I do in my business to make things work out. So hopefully some of that will work for you. So summarizing when you're taking notes, because we're going to be covering a lot of stuff. If you're going to go back and watch sessions 1 through 4, yes, they are long videos. They're probably about 2 hours long, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes long. I'm sorry. Next time I teach this, I know I need to chop up the video, just chop up the sessions a little bit more. So I will do that. But I want you to know there's a couple of things you can do to make it easier for you if you feel like this is just too overwhelming for me. One, you can set a timer on your phone, set a time, whatever. There's a little, you can go to a timer on Google and pull up a timer and then have it set an alarm so it does something in the background from a noise standpoint so that you can watch the video for 10 minutes and then pause it for 10 minutes and write down 3 things that you learned and 5 actions that you need to take. Write down 3 things that you learned and 5 actions you need to take. That'll make it easier for you to get through all of the sessions. Now, is that going to take you a long time? Yeah, it'll take you a long time, especially with sessions 1 through 4 being over 2 hours long. That's 8 hours of doing this. But what you're going to find is there's going to be a creative spark, hopefully, in you, where you'll be able to take all the information I shared with you and improve upon it to create the most magnificent bundle that ever existed. That's the goal. So you're going to create some magnificent bundles, I'm telling you right now. So write down 3 things that you learn and 5 actions that you need to take. If it's easier just to do 15 minutes, do 15 minutes. If you think you can do it in 20, do 20 minutes. But don't watch the entire video and then not take any action. Your goal is to take action. There are steps throughout this process that I've given you action steps to take. And so I need you to pause the video and take the action, okay? And this also doesn't just apply to this video, it applies to any class that you take. If you ever take anyone's class and it's a long video, there's a lot of stuff, even if the videos are chopped up, after every single video, if they're chopped up into smaller pieces, take action based on what you learned in that video. Do something with that information immediately. So with this class, because it is more of a lecture type, and we're going to have some interaction today, I hope. I have some interaction today, hint, hint, hint. Then we're going to go from there. But in any case, write down 3 things that you learned and 5 actions that you need to take. If you don't have 5 actions, if it's just 1 action, then write down 1 action you need to take and potentially go do the action. Okay, just go do it right then if you can. The other thing is this method is going to help you summarize what you're learning. It's going to give you the highlights, the golden nuggets, and it's going to help you build a checklist for you. So I could provide you with the checklist. There's so many different trainers that are out there, and they'll give you this checklist of things you need to do. But the reality is you have to, my goal is to teach you how to fish and not just give you a fish. Because if you learn how to fish on your own, you may come up with a better fishing method. You may tweak it based on your style, your unique process. And so you may take aspects of it and be inspired by it and modify what I teach you. So just taking my checklist is not necessarily going to solve your problem. There's big pieces of the checklist that are going to be completely obvious, but getting into the weeds, you're going to make it your own. And that's the goal, is to make it your own and for you to learn from it. Because when you learn from it, then you can create and use it and be more innovative than me and do something more. So if you need to, if desired, you can place a 10-minute segments notes. So I have a notebook on my desk. So at the top of the notebook, I might start with session 1. And then I will just have a single page for the 3 things that I learned and the 5 action steps I need to take. And then I will turn the page and go to page 2, session 1, the next 10 minutes and whatever that is, and just break it down so that the notebook only contains, it may have 5 pages for session 1 or 6 pages for session 1, and session 2 might have 8 pages and session 3 might have 5 pages. That way you can take it in bite-sized pieces and not be overwhelmed. So I hope you take that nugget, that suggestion, and incorporate it into any other classes that you take, anytime that you're taking a class, whether it's a big class, small class, whatever. Break it down and then take the action. All right. So session 1, we talked about mindset. We definitely talked about building a schedule, very important. There's a theme there. If you haven't signed up for the eCom planning, I would suggest that you do it. You get some value out of that. We went over what bundles are, multi-packs, but looked at some bundle listings, talked about sourcing overview and some of the different ways you can source, and talked about keyword research a little bit. Let's just go through that. I gave you a summary of everything that we're doing. We are now in session 5. So we're in session 5. And we have sessions 6, 7, and 8 yet to go. All right. So at the beginning, I said that you probably need to establish a goal. I don't know what your goal is. Write it in the chat. What is your goal? Is your goal to try and get to a place where you're creating 1 new bundle a week? Are you going to try and create 5 new bundles a week? Are you going to try and create 1 new bundle a month? Are you going to try and create 5 new bundles a month? What is your goal, that after you take this class, what do you want to do with what you learned? Okay. So write that in the chat. What is your goal? What are you trying to do? You want to try to take on one new bundle a week and then incorporate that folded into what you're already doing in your business? Or are you going to like really say, this is going to be my main jam and I'm going to get better and better and better at it? So I will say everything in moderation. It's going to be a gradual progression for you to continue to get better and better and better. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Think of it like riding a bicycle. When you first learned how to ride a bicycle, you were really bad at it. When you first started learning how to walk, you were really bad at it, but it was progression, continuing to work at it over and over again over time, and you got much, much better at it. So this is going to be the same journey. We're going to talk through what you need to do, and then you're going to apply it and you're going to adjust it for your life and your lifestyle. So hopefully you've determined what your plan is. Okay. I love to hear other people's plans so that we can come back and try to take a look at it. Okay. All right. And then also be thinking about your numbers, like long-term, bigger picture. What do you want to do? By the time you get to Q4, like what are you trying to target? You're trying to get to a certain number by Q4. I will tell you with this year being 2022, the cost of goods are higher, inflation. So bundles really make sense now because you need a higher profit margin. So the best way to increase the ROI is to bundle some stuff together and give people some value. That is the best way. Oh, we're going the wrong way. All right, so mindset, I gave you a bunch of questions about your why. You should always reference your why. It should be part of what you do ultimately. And it could be at the end of the day, for some people, like if they've given up their job, they're no longer working at all. Like my why is to keep the lights on and keep water running, coming out of my faucet. That could be your ultimate why, is to just keep being able to do anything. So what is your why and why are you doing this? Your time management, we went through why you need to create a schedule. I will tell you this, we do a daily accountability and planning session every morning at 7 a.m. It's only 15 minutes long. Today we did the weekly and the daily together, but going through and just kind of thinking about your day and your week and planning it out means that you're being intentional. You're being intentional with your time, your money, and your resources. If you intend to make this be your number one thing, or you intend to make money in your e-commerce business, then you have to invest time in it. Just like when you first start a relationship. When you first start a relationship, in order for this relationship to grow and flourish, you have to invest time in it. So having the time to invest time is extremely important. There will always be something that will always have to be done. And so your job is to figure out what's the priority for the day, and figuring out what the priorities are for the day that you need to do versus what you need to do, what you want to do, and what you like to do. Breaking all of that down and putting it into a schedule that you can sort of work with over time, and it becomes a routine, it becomes habit, then you will start to get the results. The people that are at the 7, 6, 7, 8 figures, these people built routines to run their business. The routines came from deciding that this was a priority, building a schedule that works. They incorporated what's happening with their family and their lives and whatever else, but they made this a priority so that they could build it. And now these people are like selling their businesses because they got to the numbers that they wanted to get to, whatever their goal was or their end game. So you have to decide, is this going to be a priority? And if it is, make it a priority by building a schedule. Figure out how to fold in aspects of your personal life into that schedule. So I just come to the daily planning session. You can go and join the eCom Planning Facebook group. You can jump on any of the daily planning sessions. They're 7 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go through your schedule for the day in 15 minutes. The weeklies are like 15 minutes and then the monthlies are a little bit longer. So we're scheduling the monthly tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Sunday morning, 7 o'clock. We're going to actually plan out the month of February. So just going to say that. Be intentional with your time, money, and resources. You will start to get the results. When you start gaining or regaining control of your schedule, everything changes. Everything changes. So Think about what you're doing in your life right now. And if you're not consistent, if you're not consistently doing the things that you are going to move the needle in your business, then take the opportunity to change your next month and start getting consistent. Start getting consistent. All right, so build a schedule. Make sure your schedule has time on it for the income producing activities, which of course are listing and shipping. Sourcing is extremely important. Customer service returns, all of that stuff is important. Reconciling your accounts, all of that stuff is important. Make sure you have blocked time or dedicated time or a task that you've assigned to list and ship. You do have to do a lot of research and sourcing with creating bundles, but all of that research and sourcing was worth $0 if you don't create a listing. If it's not active and listed somewhere, all of that was for nothing. You were just hanging out. It was just a hobby. You just spent all day doing nothing. Like, oh, what'd you do today? Did you accomplish anything? Well, yeah, I did all this research. Okay, let's get the listing up. So if it takes you 3 months to get the listing up, that's 3 months worth of income you didn't receive because you didn't put the listing up. So listing has to be live somewhere. I gave you an example of the schedule. I hope that you guys will do the schedule. If you come to the eCom planning session, it's the eCom planning Facebook group. You can go join. It's an open public group. So there you go. What is a bundle? Bundle is a group of products. In my mind, I always say that logically go together. So a group of products that logically make sense and go together. You don't want to put a hodgepodge of things out, though I've seen people do hodgepodges of things. Things that are related, connected in some kind of way. The use of them is connected. The theme of them is connected. The purpose of them is connected. Salt and pepper shaker, those things make sense. They go together. The logical thing. Multi-packs are multiples of the same thing. So multiples of the same thing might be buying, oh, I don't know, multiples. What would I buy multiples of? Ketchup. So I might buy multiples of ketchup or mustard or whatever if your kids are burning through it. So here's some examples of some bundles. We kind of looked at that. We're going to go through and look at some bundles today. And then this is examples of multi-packs, multiples of the same thing. Gave you some listings. Oh, never did send those. Let me just grab these real quick. Hold on. So my VA has been extremely busy, and I apologize. She has been slammed. So we have a bunch of emails we need to send out. I do not like to send them out last minute, so I'm terribly sorry about that. Okay. So we're going to send this to everyone. There you go. There's a boatload of listings if you want to go look at some listings in general, and we'll make sure that we get these emailed out. She's her schedule's starting to clear out. We just had a lot of catch up to do. All right. So here are some examples of me going out to the stores and taking pictures of bundles. Why? Because I like to be inspired by other people's bundles. I want to see what the stores see or what the buyers of stores deem as valuable. Then that way I can take inspiration from the bundles that I encounter every single day. Best time to find a boatload of bundles is definitely around Christmas. Like, it's ridiculous the number of bundles that you can find. I want you guys to increase your awareness of that this Christmas coming up in 2022, and see if you're like, she was right. Like, now I see a bunch of bundles. So you will see a bunch of bundles show up for Mother's Day for sure. And you'll see some bundles show up for back to school. There'll be maybe there will be a handful of bundles for Father's Day, but there'll be a lot of them for Mother's Day. A lot of the same stuff you saw for Christmas, you'll see for Mother's Day. But Christmas, it's just ridiculous, the number of bundles. This is toy bundles, this is clothing bundles, this is shoe bundles, this is food bundles, this is every type of bundle you could think of. So I take pictures. I have a whole Google Drive full of bundle ideas, so I can just open it up and just be inspired without having to leave my house. So that is a helpful piece of information for those of you that can't get out and about. Okay. Listing components. So what's the solution, the importance, the frequency of use before creating the listing? What is this thing for? How is it going to change the person's life? How is it going to impact them? The keywords, you're going to need that. You're going to need the category in which you plan to put it on. Well, first you need to figure out the platform. And then category, photos, title, description, and price. They are paying for the convenience of these things put together. So price it accordingly. That incorporates like your time that it took for you to put this thing together. So what is private label? This is you creating a product from scratch, pretty much. Or yeah, pretty much. When you're doing white label and you just slap your name on it, that's really not private label. That's like white label. It already existed. Somebody else created it. So when you're doing white label, somebody else, created it, and then they said, hey, you can put your logo or your name on this product. It's not the same as print on demand, slightly different, but white label will have a variety of different products where you can just slap your label on it. So these are products that already exist in the universe. You can take advantage of those. Retail arbitrage is when you go to the store, you scan some items with your mobile app. Maybe you're using an app that's specifically for scanning products. Maybe you're using the Amazon Seller app, or maybe you're using the Amazon Buying app. Just so you know, you can actually see the sales rank and a category for products if you scan with the Amazon Buying app. You could also use the Walmart app to do some research as well. But retail arbitrage is finding a product in a store, physical store, that is selling for a certain price that you can list it on another platform and sell it for a higher price. So an example would be going to Dollar Tree, finding a product that is selling for $1.25 now. I'm about to say $1.25, and selling it on Amazon for, I don't know, 12 bucks. That's just a hypothetical. It's a very low, almost no profit there. So your goal is to find products that are selling for a low price, or maybe they're not selling, very much at all on Amazon, but you see, or Walmart or Etsy or whatever, you see that there's a potential of related products being right next to each other. If you go to a Dollar Tree right now, there's a bunch of products that are sitting right next to each other that are the same thing, meaning they have the same design on them. That's the great thing about the Dollar Tree. They put all their stuff together. So they literally make it so easy for you just to walk in and create a bundle from out of nowhere, like out of scratch. So Dollar Tree is a great example of products being right next to each other. Another example would be like the kitchen towel and the oven mitts and the pot holder. Like those three things logically go together. They sell them independently. So if I bundle all three of them together, I paid $1.25 for each. That is now $3.75. I would have just said $3 under normal circumstances. And then I bundle that and maybe sell it for, if it's really cute and kitschy, and it's around the holidays, I might sell that for like $21.99 on another platform. So that's an example of retail arbitrage, selling it for a higher price on another platform. Online arbitrage is the same concept, but you're just finding those products online. Today, we're going to do some online arbitrage and find some products that we can potentially sell on another platform for a higher price. Okay, so some retail arbitrage. If you're going to go do retail arbitrage, the one thing I would suggest, you definitely need to have a budget before you roll out the door, have an idea of what you're searching for before you roll out the door. And I would encourage you to look through the clearance section. You can do this in online arbitrage as well. Clearance section, use a cashback card, something like that, and keep your receipts. Write down make sure you already have a budget. So I already had that. And I would suggest that you also forward your receipts to yourself. I gave you a little method to do that. If you're concerned about COVID, I don't even know if we should even call it COVID-19, which is, if you're concerned about the variants, which I feel like we're in the MCU every time I say variants, if you feel like you're concerned about the variant, quotation mark in the air, then definitely do things to protect yourself for sure. You don't want COVID. As a person that previously had it, was in the hospital for 2 days, probably 1 day from death, I will tell you, you do not want COVID. And, you can utilize other resources to try and get the job done for you. So do that. Here's a list of stores. You can come back and check it out on your own. This is not an inclusive list, just a few. So when I say a few, like it really is a few. There's so many stores, and don't overlook mom and pop stores. So keyword research. So what is keyword research? Like, this is you doing some research to find out what are the words that people are using to search for an item? What are the words that people are using to describe an item? What are the words that people are using to use the item, the purpose of the item? So what are the words that describe the item? What are the use for the item? And search for the item, okay? Those are pretty much the main things that you are looking for when it comes to keyword research. And you need to have some words written out for that. So I am going to create, because I've already said this in another class, I'm going to create a product sheet that you literally could sit down and fill it out. Okay, what is the use for this item? What is the name of this item? What is the purpose for this item? Like, okay, what is the search terms for this item? You know, and then who is this item for? Like, you know, describe them. Who is it for? Like, are females going to be more interested in this than males? Or mothers going to be interested in more of it than fathers? Or are young teens going to be more interested in it than seniors? Like, who is looking for this? Is it business professionals are going to be looking for this versus those who are not business professionals, maybe laborers, whatever it happens to be? Who is looking for this item? Because you need to know that information, and it's relevant information. And it's going to help you create a better listing if you understand who would use it and how will it change their life? What will their life look like after they use this thing? So writing down all of those words are going to help you create a much better listing. So I gave you a hack, typing in the first couple of letters of whatever it is and using that information to figure out what is the main searched word from that grouping. Okay, it normally gives you, if you go to Google, Amazon, eBay, and Walmart, it'll give you the top 10 most searched combinations for those first couple of letters. I also told you should get keywords everywhere. Why do I not have that here? I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and type it right now. So the Chrome extension, it's probably somewhere else. Keywords everywhere. So definitely get the keywords everywhere, Chrome extension. It is so worth it. It's like, I don't know, $10 for 100,000 words to search. So get that extension, just pay for it. It's not $10 every single month. It's like a flat amount. You do have to watch the video a couple of times to do the install though. So keep that in mind. Session 2, branding basics, niches, product and sourcing research, wholesale research, private label, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So let me minimize this because I can't see anything. Floating controls. So we talked about branding and why you need to brand. That is a very long session. So all I'm going to say is that if you're long game, and at the beginning we talked about, you know, the whole list. What's your long game? And if your long game is that you eventually want to take this business and grow it to something crazy because you have this amazing ideas for these bundles and you are really passionate about this niche, or you know this niche very well because it personally affects you or you're part of the niche or whatever the case may be, then you probably want to think about working on a brand. There's so many amazing brands that have been created. And so working on developing a brand may be for you. It may not be for you, but you got to have your long game in mind. If you're just playing around, then branding may not be the thing that you want to do. Long-term, bigger picture. Okay. But long-term, bigger picture, if you want this to be something that is going to grow into something else, leave it as a legacy for your kids, then you want to invest some time really thinking about this. You don't have to do this right now to test bundles as far as like figuring out what combinations you want to put together. But when you are ready to expand this and grow it, then you need to be thinking about branding. That's all. Okay. So if you decide you're going to do branding, then you want to buy a domain for sure. I would suggest it. And you know, what is the domain, the logos? You need to go do some trademark research around that domain name. Make sure you don't have any problems with it. There's some do's and don'ts. You can come back and watch that. Then we have the logo and the colors. Always be thinking about what the colors could be. So go watch some color psychology videos, just using Google. And then, you know, figuring out your branding, what colors might make sense. And so create a logo, think about your colors, and go from there. All right, as you are working on your branding, you will need an address. You need to decide if you're going to physically mail yourself, if the mail address is going to be something else. So go establish your mail address, and then, or you can do a virtual mailbox. But keep in mind when people need to return it, like where is it going back to? And what is the cost to you to get it in your physical hands if you need to, depending on the platform you sell on. Then email account, creating a real email account versus a Gmail. Definitely important. I say that and I laugh at myself in the back of my mind. I sent out a bunch of emails this week and like the response rate was really low because it came from my Gmail account. I'm like, I know, I should have sent it from our domain. But anyway, and then phone numbers. I suggest, if you need to do something free, a Google Voice account is absolutely free. You just click on the Rubik's Cube next to your name when you're in your Gmail account, that little Rubik's Cube next to your initials or your initial, and then scroll down to more. And then once you scroll down to more, click on Google Voice and create a Google Voice account. If you have a Gmail account for your business, again, same thing, do it from your business. And then that way that phone number will be tied to your business email account. And then domains, I did suggest keywords everywhere, but think about the naming that you want to come up with for this particular product or this brand, not necessarily a product, but just a brand. So you can have a name of a brand. The brand is like Disney or Marvel, but within Disney or Marvel, they sell a whole bunch of different products. So they sell, I don't know, all kinds of toys for Lego and all this other stuff. So your domain can be different than your product. But be thinking about the domain is your brand. So what is that domain going to be? What's the domain going to be? So Ben & Jerry's is the domain. That's the brand. And then within Ben & Jerry's, they sell all these different flavors that all have catchy names. So those are the products. What does yours look like? All right. The other thing is I suggested that if we're going down the path of branding and your domain, that you definitely acquire all of the social media assets before you do any buying of a domain. Go look for the social media assets first and make sure they're not already secured. Meaning somebody else has already created a Facebook fan page with that name, that brand name, or somebody's already created an Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever. Go look for that first. Then once you confirm that it's available on all of the social media platforms that you plan on marketing on, including TikTok, I would encourage you, if you're selling products, TikTok, then go and buy the domain, go through the other steps, do all the branding, blah, 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 get the social media. So do the research first. This is like, should be the first thing that everybody does. Okay, trademark. Once you're going down the branding path, again, if you're going to become the next Disney or the next Marvel or the next Betty Crocker, then make sure you go and do some research on the trademark. And then you can step through the process on what it takes to get trademarked. So we kind of went through this. I'm going to go ahead and put these links in the chat right now. I feel like I did that last time, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one at least. Oh, that is not broken on. This is what happens when you have too many things going on. Hold on. I forgot that I got rid of the thing. There we go. I never can find mistakes. Okay. All right. So there are some great articles there on the process to get branded, to trademark your stuff. So this is what I will say. Can you trademark for less money? Yes. You would also get yourself in trouble if you trademark it wrong and then you have to end up shutting down your brand because you didn't trademark it correctly, you didn't do the research. So I am going to suggest that you seek legal counsel before you go down that path. Yes, a lawyer is always going to suggest that you hire a lawyer to do this work. Are there places and sites where you can do this on your own? Yep. But if this is something you plan on leaving for your family as a legacy, I am going to suggest that you go with a lawyer. You don't need any problems later on. You don't need any problems when you're gone because you trademarked it wrong. Okay. So at least if a lawyer did the trademark, then your family can pursue things with that lawyer. Okay. That did the trademark work. So that's my suggestion to you. All right. Let me minimize the floating controls. What is a niche market? A niche market, I'm just going to give an example. So the niche market would be like, I sell dog leashes. I sell dog leashes. What size? So first of all, the niche itself is I'm in pets. Specifically, I'm in dogs. So we start with pets as the highest level, then going down to dogs, and then we're down to dog leashes. And then maybe I'm selling dog leashes for a specific type of dog. So maybe a small dog. So dog leashes that are smart for small dogs. That is completely niche down. I went from pets to selling products for pets down to selling products just for dogs, then selling things for dogs to walk, which is a leash. And then I want to only sell dog leashes for small dogs, because I don't want to be liable for somebody to sue me if their big dog broke the leash and then they were like, oh, and they attacked an officer and I had blah, blah, blah. So yeah, just the small dogs. Small dogs are not breaking away. So I'm going after that niche. That makes sense. That is breaking down a specific potential product or product category based on a specific type of characteristics. The characteristics, dogs that are small. And who is the demographic that might buy this? You know, this is dog walkers are probably going to buy it. So those people that maybe like being outdoors, or that people that are pet lovers. So those are two people that like companions, mean like animals as companions, that kind of stuff. And then other things like they may have other values or interests or attitudes. Where are they located? They could be anywhere in the world, or I can just sell just specifically in the US, you decide. But again, they're going after a specific purpose. And then dog leashes, what is the solution that we are providing by selling dog leashes? Somebody tell me. What's the solution? What's the solution that we are offering by selling dog leashes? What's the solution? Nobody's answered. The solution that we are providing by selling dog leashes is that those people that want to get out and have their dogs be active, you're selling a solution, a method, a way for them to keep their dogs active, to keep themselves active, or to keep their dogs active, to keep their dogs safe, maybe. So you're selling a couple of different solutions. I'm trying to keep my dog active. Maybe my dog has arthritis. I got to take him out for a walk. I don't want my dog pooping in the house. That solves a problem. I don't want, let's take him outside. Let's take him for a walk. I don't want my dog to break away. So maybe I got a dog leash to keep the dog safe. So again, what does this person's life look like after they receive your product? You should always be thinking about that. What are the different ways, the purposes, the uses that I could use this particular leash? Okay. All right. And then that just continues on with niches. So this is, I don't want to say value ladder because I hear it all the time, but this is how you validate that what you're about to offer is there's a market for it. Because you can create the most amazing and beautiful bundle in the world, but if there's not a market for it, you just wasted all that time. So let's go do some research to figure out if there's a market for something. So I started with the exercise that we did was 5 things about yourself. And then we peeled the onion and went another layer, and we peeled the onion and went another layer, and peeled the onion and went another layer. So I can't remember what I started with, but I've used this one over and over again, which is I have gray hair. So I'm a Black lady. 5 things about me. I'm a Black lady. That's 1. I'm over 50. Oh my gosh. Number 2, I have gray hair. It's falling out. It's a whole nother thing. So that's number 2. I have gray hair. 3, I have special needs kids. Okay. They happen to be teen boys. That's number 4. And I don't know. Oh, and I had COVID. So that's number 5. Okay. There's 5 things about me. So I could take each one of those by my gray hair. So I could break down the gray hair and break that down into a tree of 5 things, and then break those down into a tree of 5 things, and literally get to the place where I could sell products for those people who have gray hair. Okay. I could, the fact that I'm a Black lady that's over 50, like I could break that down, and there may be some characteristics of women that are over 50 that are Black, and what are some of the products that they buy? What are some of the things that they need? What are some of the things that they do? What are some of the things that they want? And then finding products that serve that need. those that have special needs kids. So what are some of the things that they need? What are some of the things that they do? What are some of the things that would make their life a whole lot easier if you have a special needs child? Like, it's all about helping them develop skills. That's one of the things, teaching them all the time, putting together routines and schedules. All of these things matter. All of these are part of that journey. So finding products that serve that particular need. Try to remember everything that I said because I literally just used my fingers. But in any case, drilling down. So once you drill down, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go do some research and see if there's market value. You can literally Google whatever it happens to be. So if we go back to dog leashes, I can do a Google search on dog leashes, which is number 2. I could do a search on dog leashes, then take that information about dog leashes and use that, like, okay, are dog leashes selling? Which types of dog leashes? When do dog leashes really sell? Market. Do they have market numbers? How many dog leashes sell in a year? So using that information to help me to make some decisions in my business. Then current and past trends. So I'm going to go do some research in Google Trends. I'm going to go do some research in Pinterest to see if there's some trends out there around dog leashes. So because I've done this dog leashes thing before, when do you think people buy dog leashes? More or less? When do you think? What time of year do you think they really buy? There's a little bit of a uptick in the sale of dog leashes. What do you think? So after puppies are born, there's a little bit of a trend after puppies are born. And so you'll see an uptick in buying pet supplies and leashes and stuff like that when there's a trend when puppies are born. So one of the things you would have to kind of understand is after what age, which is, you're getting into some technical stuff, but after what age does a female dog start going into heat, and around what time of the year is that? Okay, and then how long does it take for puppies to be born from a female dog, a puppy, so you kind of go through that and go, okay, so I will see an uptick if the trend is small puppies. A lot of small puppies for this breed are born around this time and blah, blah, blah. And the female's going to heat around this time, then I'm going to see a bunch of puppies and this is the best time to put my products out. Doing that level of research, going down that rabbit hole to try and figure out when these things might actually happen. Okay. So when do you normally see, people trying to give away puppies or sell puppies or recommend or suggest puppies? Have you ever thought about that? Probably not. But now you just did. So you know that there is a method to this process. Then the next thing is number 4. We are going to go look and see for any reviews for the product. So if there's already dog leashes out there, I'm going to go do some research to see what's out there for small dog leashes. I'm going to do a Google search, small dog leashes. I'm going to see what the reviews are, and I'm going to see what people are saying. I'm going to look for the bad. I'm going to look for the good and make some decisions based off of that. So I'm validating the market. I'm validating if this is a thing that I could potentially sell. The next thing, step 5, I'm going to go and find some wholesale suppliers that sell dog leashes. So is there a supply of them available that I can potentially sell? Is the answer yes? Is the answer no? Okay, now I know that. Then number 6, is there an audience that's going to buy this particular product, and what's the price for similar products? So I'm going to go check YouTube to see if there's people out there talking about dog leashes, and then if there's videos that have a bunch of views, and is there Facebook groups? I will also look for that. Are there similar products? So are there variations on the dog leashes with safety releases, and dog leashes with rhinestones, and dog leashes with, just go down the list, and neon glow in the dark dog leashes for people who want to walk their dogs at night on the beach. That's a specific thing. Competition. So I'm going to go write down the keywords. I might go to some pet websites. Now, number 7 is where I am right now. I might go to some pet related websites around dogs, and I might go and look to see what are the words that people are using that on their website, on their blogs, and to sell existing dog leashes or to talk about the importance of dog leashes or the importance of dog care or maybe the importance of dog fitness because I want to get my dogs out and get them walking or that kind of thing. So you could be searching for dog safety, dog care, dog fitness, all of those things could be good blog articles. And do the blog articles exist and are there hyperlinks to products in there? And then number 8, do I see any paid ads? So if I just do a Google search on dog leashes, do sponsored ads show up in the results? Yes or no? If they do, okay, so people are paying for ad space. Do people pay for ad space that doesn't work? No. They only pay for ad space that works. So they're paying for ad space. They're probably well known, and clearly that works. Okay. So and then the last thing, number 9, is there a Facebook group for pets? Is there a Facebook group for walking dogs, dog walkers? And maybe you could sell your product to people that actually are registered dog walkers. Like there's dog walkers websites and they register you. And so people can find dog walkers in their neighborhood or in their community to walk their dogs. And so maybe these dog walkers have their own leashes that they bring with them if the owners don't have a leash that they feel is great. Like, hey, I use this leash instead because I don't lose the dog this way. And it also has a safety release and blah, blah, blah. Does this make sense? Does this make sense to you guys? Does this make sense to everybody that I just literally ran through validation literally on dog leashes? If it doesn't make sense, like you have to make sure that it makes sense in order for you to say, okay, I have validated that there's a market, there's an audience, there's a group of people that might buy this product, that could use this product, it can improve their lives. This is how they might use it. Yes, there are ads running for it. Yes, there are articles out there. Yes, like, okay, this is a thing. People are looking for dog leashes. I am going to go sell dog leashes. So definitely go through that validation step through steps 2 through 9 multiple times. You could use number 1, like number 1 works. You could start with yourself and then peel the onion and go down that path. I don't have any dogs. There are dogs in my house, but they're not my dogs. But again, something that you can use to validate. Okay. All right, and so if you're still drawing a blank, let me just say this. As I said before about the checklist, like I could give you a checklist or I can teach you how to fish. Giving you a checklist, you go after the things that are already happening. That's fine. You can do that. That's easy and that's okay. Easy sometimes is what we need. Easy is nice. So this is just some stuff. And you have to do some research because you still have to step through the validation of these things. So some things that you can be thinking about is we are going into Valentine's Day. We're going into Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day, Mother's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation. So graduation before Father's Day. So we got all of those coming down the pike. And then there's some other things that are happening in between there that are going to be recognized and or celebrated or something is going to happen. So there's, I don't know why I can't think of it at this very moment, but there's like something that's coming up. It's the 5th year anniversary. 2022 is the 5th year anniversary of something. I can't remember what it is. And so again, there's going to be some level of acknowledgement of this thing. And there's going to be maybe a celebration or maybe a memorial for it. I don't know because I can't remember what it is. So pay attention to what is happening. You know, it's the 1-year anniversary of what? It is the 5-year anniversary of what? It is the 10-year anniversary of what? So keep all of those things in mind. Like the Olympics. When is the Olympics? The Olympics is coming. Is the Olympics coming up too? So there's a lot of stuff that's coming up for sure that you can use as an opportunity to peel the onion and think of varying ways in which people might use, think of, access, be interested in this particular thing. And then you can come up with solutions on how to solve their problem. Okay, so doing some product research, some other ways in which you can do some basic product research. is you can search online on Amazon, Alibaba, Facebook, Instagram, all of these websites. So you can go do some research. I mentioned before, like, oh, okay, let's go see if there's any dog leash YouTube videos out there. I have to move this thing. Okay, there we go. All right, and so as you're doing the product research, like I gave you a small list of wholesale suppliers, we are going to actually have, if she didn't already do it, there's wholesale suppliers are going to be in your back office of eCom Sellers Mastery. I'll make sure she does that this week. She didn't do it last week because she was working on the planner, but we'll get those wholesale in there. Then if you want to do some research on white label, maybe you have an idea, a concept where you would like to just slap your logo or your brand onto a specific existing product and incorporate it into a bundle. There's a bunch of suppliers that are on the White Label Expo website. If you go to exhibitors, you can go and look at those exhibitors. And here's a little tip, if you don't already know this. All of the websites where there is like going to be a trade show of some type will have a list of the exhibitors. So you can see all of the exhibitors for that specific event, whatever it is. Like ASD, the toy show, all of these things that are like the Midwest trade show. Like there's all of these things that are happening all over the US. Go to the exhibitors tab so that you can also get a list of some wholesalers that might be there. You also need to Google locally, like upcoming events. So I would do wholesale events and then put the word local or wholesale events in the name of your city. So I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I would put wholesale events or wholesale conferences or wholesale expos, and I would put Dallas and then just see what comes up. And it'll tell me everything that happens to be coming up. Or you can register to sign up for the local, what do we call it? What is our thing called? Oh God. I'm really bad. Like outside of the newspapers of Dallas Morning News, there is another paper that is sold that tells you about the upcoming events in your area. So if you know what that is for your city, then go to that website and just pay attention to what it is. You can also go look on Eventbrite and see what's coming up on Eventbrite. There's all kinds of ways that you can find out where you'll have access to a whole list of wholesale suppliers outside of whatever we give you, okay? And then arbitrage, retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. You have stores, local stores, mom and pop stores that you can visit to source products all the time. They're available to you. There's going to be a bunch of mom and pop products, stores that are going to pop up, hopefully, if all goes well with this COVID thing, that are going to pop up in the next 3 to 6 months. And, people are going to be launching things. So another opportunity to be able to source products and get products. So the listing basics checklist, these are the things that we want to keep in mind. We kind of went through it a little bit, but the SEO of the keywords, always be thinking about the keywords. Whenever you go through this exercise back here, which is the niches, like start writing down the keywords that you're using. What are the search terms that you're using to do the research in steps 2 through 9? What are the use terms that are coming up over and over again, like on some of the blog sites? Blog sites are some of the best sites to help build a product listing. Blog sites are also some of the best sites to be able to grab keywords out of. You read it and you read it again and you read it again. And so the keywords start jumping up off the page and you write that down. You can use that, okay? Read and pay attention to the pain points that they mention in the blog post and the problems that, this is trying to solve. So if we go back to dog leashes, like, okay, if safety is a big problem for small dogs, like, okay, what are the things or the features that this leash needs to have in order for this dog to be safe? Or fitness, aging dogs. Maybe you go even further down the rabbit hole of aging small dogs, but you need to make sure that they get some fitness. So I need a leash that's going to be able to handle the dog that's walking super slow and not going to choke them. Like, whatever it happens to be. So paying attention to all of that stuff. Write down those keywords because you're going to use them later. Okay. So keywords, descriptors, competitor words, looking at the titles of competitor words, or if it's something that's going to be part of your bundle, like go research each one of the individual, write this down, research all the individual items themselves, listings for each one of them separately, and then build a combo listing based on all the little pieces that you plan on putting together for your bundle. Okay? Search terms, keywords. If you don't learn anything else from me, you will learn search terms, you search words, use words, and ultimately what this person's life going to look like after they buy or use your product or have your product. What category? We talked about that. Photos. Make sure you name your images, name your photos, whatever your title of your listing is going to be. Ultimately, take your keywords out and create your title. Again, what is the main product? Even if you don't plan on selling on Amazon, I don't care. What is the main product? So when you research each one of the pieces of the products that are in the bundle, if the bundle is 8 pieces, look up each one of those items individually, write down the sales rank, and then come back and figure out which one of these 8 has the best sales rank, which one of these 8 has the second best sales rank, which one of these 8 has the third best sales rank. Those first 3 products need to be in the first 3 word spaces in the title, or these of the first 5 to 7 word spaces in the title. They need to be mentioned because those particular products are being looked for if they have the best sales rank. So what was number 1, number 2, number 3? So if you have a product sheet that you create, you can write these things down, then you'll know which one is ranked well. Even if you don't sell on Amazon, that is irrelevant. You're going to use that information, the best listing possible on other platforms. Okay, the description, use those blog posts, go back, ear tag those blog posts so you can come back and build your title. And then your price, figuring out what you're going to sell your item for. All right, so session number 3, listing. Wow, we're already an hour in. Oh, I'll speed it up. So checklist, keyword research, your title, your photos, and the listing. Okay. So I gave you a little checklist. We kind of went through this already. So then your product SKUs is explaining what a SKU is and why you should probably use one. Sometimes your SKU can, if you're getting different pieces from different sources, like you can create a SKU naming convention that maybe you have tags for it, but that will help you figure out where did I source all these pieces from? If you're sourcing it from multiple pieces. So again, that helps. Keep that in mind. All right, keyword research. We have talked about keyword research so much. So I'm just going to say one more time, like use some of the stuff that's already out there. Look at titles of other listings. Look at blog posts for other listings. Look at articles about other products. Go look at a pet website. That's all they do is talk about pets, and they may have a pet news. And then they may be talking about a leash and why this is the world's best leash. Like, go do that research so that you can build the best possible listing possible. But you need all the keywords. Get the keywords out of those articles. Okay. So the title, I've told you, like whatever the combination is that's going in the bundle, the first 5 to 7 words need to be those things that are ranked the most or describe the thing that you're selling. Whatever it is. What's the problem we are solving here? Whatever that problem is, or what is the use of this product, or how are people finding, using the product, searching for the product, whatever. And the photos. So the biggest thing is, you can use manufacturer photos. I recommend you take your own, but you can use them. You can clean them up, maybe have somebody else clean them up. They need to be bright. They need to be airy. They need to pop off the page. They must pop. They must pop. If they do nothing else, they have to pop, guys. Okay, they really have to pop. Okay. Then, sorry, my VA just sent me a message on my phone. So you can use Google Images to search if you need some images. Just make sure you don't get yourself in trouble with anything that is trademarked, or like I'm not going to use Disney images if it is truly a Disney branded product. But if I am buying coloring books from Bendon, who produces coloring books that maybe have Disney characters on the front, that is different. If I flip this coloring book over, is it a Disney product? The answer is no. It is a Bendon distributed and manufactured product. So I am not as concerned about it. So don't get yourself in trouble with things that are, if you don't have the attorney pocketbook size to be able to fight back, don't get yourself in trouble. Make sure your images are big. You can use different tools, Clipping Magic, and we're going to do some stuff with photos today. I did some stuff with photos the other day, and then there's a whole nother photos video that I've done in the past, but we're going to drop some stuff in Canva. You can use Clipping Magic. Bonanza Burner is free. Canva has a free version. Clipping Magic is not free. And you can create your images using Paint, Slides, Google Slides. You can create them different ways, okay? Make sure the images are bright, full, and make sure you have a cluster photo of all the products together. Okay, so we did talk about brand registry, and you can sign up for brand registry. You can use brand registry to create your brand so that you can sell your products. Make sure that if you are creating a brand, that all of the packaging has the brand on it. It's not a sticker that's on the outside of the packaging, like it's actual part of the packaging, because that's what Amazon is going to ask for. This is Amazon specific. This is not any other platform. If you're not selling on Amazon, this is irrelevant to you. But if you are selling on Amazon, it is relevant. So make sure you go back and watch the video on brand registry. If you decide that you are going to take this brand to the next level, I would encourage you to go ahead and trademark it. Makes it so much easier for you. But if you have brand registry, you if you get approved under the brand registry, there's a difference between, creating a brand and then going through brand registry. Brand registry is definitely with a trademark. Creating a product brand is another thing. So you can create a brand, and Amazon's going to ask you for a bunch of things if you're going to try and get a GTN exemption for your brand. If you do brand registry, you literally get a whole bunch of other bonus pieces. You get a whole page. You can do videos. You can be on Amazon Live. You get a bunch of stuff. So if you want to go through brand registry, I would suggest that you go through the Amazon Accelerator program to establish your brand registry, so that way you have the opportunity to take advantage of all the bonuses they give you as a registered brand on Amazon. If you're just going to create a brand that you're not going to go through brand registry, again, remember all the pieces that Amazon is looking for, and then remember their bundling policy in order for you to get approved to be able to get a GTN exemption to sell that product. Again, this is only specific to Amazon. Amazon's the only platform that makes you do this. So, all right. So I think that's the last thing. That's the biggest thing. And then when you're creating a listing on Amazon, if you have not gone through brand registry, but you're going to keep a brand, then you do need a UPC to create your listing on Amazon if you don't get a GTN exemption. And I would suggest that you get your UPCs directly from GS1. That's my suggestion. People are going to do what they're going to do. Yes, you can buy UPCs off of eBay. Have people created listings with UPCs off of eBay? Absolutely. Have I in the past? Absolutely. Do I now? No. So just answering that question. So I would go ahead and go through that process. So with that being said, this is me starting the process of going through and doing research. Where am I going to put the listing that I'm about to create? I think in this example, I was doing solar lights, Greenbrier, and I was creating a virtual listing based on the fact that Greenbrier has solar lights available. They actually should be putting the solar lights out now, Greenbrier, meaning this is the Dollar Tree. And so buying those packs of 12, like buying 12 of them individually and selling them in a bundle, you're definitely going to have to sell them for a higher price. So in this example, like I think these were similar to, this is clearly not Greenbrier, but these were similar to what I would have seen on Greenbrier. And so I'm paying attention to the title, I'm paying attention to the category and where it is, the path of where this product is. I'm looking at the sales rank and all this other stuff. I don't like the fact that it's 3.8, but anyway, it is what it is. And then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to sell it for. So if I bought them for $1.25, let's just do the math. This is $1.25 these days. Was that $14 or $15? 15, okay. So $15 now, that is the cost if I am going to sell a pack of 12. At $15, in order for me to make any kind of money, I probably have to double the price. If not, I would have to triple it, really. But doubling the price, I might make a small margin of money because, again, these lights are going to take up some space. If I'm sending them into the warehouse, if I'm going to do merchant fulfilled, I got to pack them a certain way. I got to make sure I go out there, get my samples, turn them upside down, and then bundle them together. So is this a product that's going to be selling? Well, let's think about it. It is February. We are going into the what? Spring. So spring related products, I don't care where you get them from, are going to start selling. If not, have already started selling, even though it's cold outside. Spring related products are going to sell in the winter. Summer related products are going to sell in the spring. Fall related products are going to sell in the summer. Winter related products are going to sell in the fall. So we are in the winter. We're going to be going into spring, March the, 20th or something like that, 21st. So those related products are going to be selling. So will solar lights be one of those things that sells in the spring? Absolutely. Sells, that is a spring related item that will sell right now? Yes. So could I source solar lights right now? Absolutely. I could source them. I can list them. We're probably going to go look at those and create a listing based off of that. But yes, I could do that all day long. So I want to know what rank it is. I want to pay attention to all of that information to try and figure out, where I'm going to create this listing. Okay. So I'm also looking under Amazon bestsellers. What's the path? Where's this thing listed? So that I can figure out where I might put it and then what's going on with the sales rank. So you can see path lights, whatever time of year I was teaching this class last, it's still a hot thing. So in order to create this listing, I'm going to go in and add a product. I'm going to pay attention to the path I made a note of. This is creating the listing on Amazon. I'm going to go through the process of creating the listing. When it comes up, you have the 4 tabs that you have. Really, these are not really tabs, but sections that come up on Amazon, and I'm going to expand that and go to the advanced. But in any case, I'm going to step through the process of creating this particular listing, go to advanced, get the additional fields, and then start stepping through filling in the information based on all of the stuff that I wrote on my product information sheet, okay? So I'm gonna keep going, okay? And on the SKU, again, I suggest that if you decide you're gonna source it from a couple of different places, figure out a creative SKU that you can keep track of so that you know when you sourced it, where you sourced it from, and all the components that go with it, because you control the SKU. So you have to step through all the pages, make sure that your first image that you upload is the cluster photo of the product, and it is the big combination product listing and bright colors, and then all of the complementary products that go with it, showing the product by itself, the singular, each one of the individual ones, and then the product in use. Or you can, share any dimensions that might be helpful. So you can show a dimension image, and some of that stuff you can create in Canva. You don't have to, you don't have to hire somebody from Fiverr, but you can if you want to. It's your call. So you step through, make sure you populate the product features and all the back-end search fields that are available to you. Different fields are going to show up based on what you have set up. And then if you get a GTI exemption, remember it's available in the category that you get approved in. So if you want to expand and sell in other categories, that's the reason why having a niche is really good. But if you want to sell in other categories, then you need to get a GTI exemption for everywhere you plan on putting it. And then I continue to fill this out, and now I am done with my Amazon listing. I saved. So that's going through the Amazon listing. I'm literally going to fly through the rest of these so that we can go create a listing. So we got Walmart, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay. And then we did talk about packaging. So Walmart is a little different. I'm going to go log into my back office, and then I'm going to go to new item. And then once I go to new item, I have to select, what do I have? GTIN, ISBN, UPC. And I also have to indicate the category, type in my UPC and hit enter. Once I do that, the other fields start to show up. Well, they're already there. And it shows up as new, they're already here. You're just going to scroll down. You have 3 tabs, 1, 2, 3, and you're just going to scroll down through this process. So again, having a SKU, because sometimes you're getting your pieces of your bundle from different places, making a note of that. So a product sheet will always help you. So I think we're going to create a product sheet book. Site description, brand, key features, manufacturer. So I'm going to just hit enter and go down this path because we went through these in great detail last time. You're going to add your combo photo, and then you're going to add all of your complementary photos that go with it. Then once all of that stuff exists, then I have to go in here and I need to add the quantity for my inventory. So I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to add a quantity of 1, and there you go. So now I'm logged into Etsy. Once I log into Etsy, I'm going to go to listing, and I'm going to click on add a listing. I'm going to step through the process. The first thing they're going to have me do is add an image. And then I can add a video. Then we're going to continue to go down the path of title and description and all this other stuff with the category. You're going to indicate a price, blah, blah, blah. So we went through this in the previous training. You can set up your own shipping policy or process. And then once I'm done, I'm going to push publish. Facebook Marketplace, same thing. I'm going to add a new item. So for those who don't know, like you have that little Facebook Marketplace little icon. Once you find it, you can click on the home button, and then it'll be over on this side over here. Oh, click on the home button in Facebook, and then you'll get the little house. So we're going to click on add a new item. And then the first thing, again, it's asking me to add images. So I add all my images, come up with the description, come up with the title, come up with the category, come up with the condition, all that stuff. And then once I complete all of that stuff, then it's going to ask me which Facebook groups do I want to add this to. And I can add it to different Facebook groups. And then I'm done. Now we're on to eBay. I'm going to create a listing. Same thing, creating a single listing. And you're going to have to give it do a search for the thing first. So your bundles are not going to be here. So you can type in something there and get started. And once you do, now here's the deal. If you're going to create bundles on a regular basis and you're creating them like for a specific niche, you can create a template for that. So maybe I am creating a template for pet supplies or pet leashes for small dogs. Now plan on listing a whole bunch of different types of pet leashes for small dogs. This is where you do that. Okay, so you can create a template. So I type this in, it's going to try to guess what I'm trying to do. I will continue with selecting my own, continue without selecting a product because they want to try and get you going. And once they do, then this is where you're going to put your title, your description, not your description yet, sorry. The department, just going to go through it, UPC, condition. So the UPC, again, eBay is going to want an EUPC if it's a bundle. And again, you may not have one. So if it requires you to fill in that field, then you can, if you want to buy some UPCs from eBay, or you want to buy one for GS1, you can do that if you already bought one for Amazon. So go use that one, same one. So you got your photos, and make sure you always have a combo photo. Again, the first thing that you're putting up, big, pretty, full image. The number, the brand, I'm going to keep going. Description, we will keep going. If you have a shipping template, like I would not do good. I would do products. This is like the auction style. So how long do you want to auction this? I don't want to auction. I'm going to choose the other one so I can change it. And then pricing, quantity. And then as I go down the list, if you have a shipping policy, then some of that information is going to default in. Then I can go ahead and list the item. I can preview it. I can save it as a draft. I can go ahead and list it. So you can go back and watch the training videos for number 2 and number 3. I do a more detailed breakdown. I just kind of went through those. Next, shipping your item. So the biggest thing about shipping your item is, as I've stated many, many times, before I decide I'm going to put a bundle together, I need to know how I'm going to package and ship it. If it is weird shaped, if it is too heavy, if it is too whatever, that's going to impact my profit margins, right? It's going to impact my ability to make some money off of this thing because shipping costs have gone up. And so I need to know that first before I decide I'm going to sell this bundle. Can I sell small bundles and make a whole bunch of money? Absolutely. Can I sell big bundles and make a bunch of money? Absolutely. Look, a living room set is a bundle. It is. A sofa, a love seat, a chair, a coffee table, lamps. Those are bundles. It is. They logically go together. It is something that people want to buy. It's a specific person that's looking for it. They're looking for a change in their environment. Maybe their stuff, broke down. Maybe they moved. Maybe they sold their stuff and gave it away. Maybe they're moving into a new house, so they want new furniture. For whatever reason, there is an audience for that. That's the reason why furniture stores do just fine. So if you have access to a wholesale or even the manufacturer where you can get all the pieces at an amazing price and be able to ship that to the customer, that's fantastic. You are going to increase the price on it if you're doing free shipping, or you're going to charge for shipping, one or the other. So there's a cost. So I always need to know what my shipping cost is going to be, whether I'm selling dog leashes, which are really small, or whether it's living room furniture, which is really big. Okay. And you do need to, if you're going to sell that big kind of stuff, you do need to have some kind of idea on how that's going to work for you. Like if you've not ever done freight delivery, you need to understand the steps that are a part of that. So keep those kind of things in mind. Do some research on it. There's different steps. Our buddy Norman, who is no longer with us, and I miss him terribly, he used to do freight deliveries all the time. So it's a whole coordination of when you get a notification, they need to contact you, tell you that the item is ready, and then you coordinate with the buyer on a delivery date and all of that fun stuff. So, but the price definitely needs to be incorporated into the listing. So if there's the additional packaging that's required for whatever it is that you're selling, and you want to determine the least expensive way to get that particular item delivered to your customer, and it still be a reasonable delivery time, okay? And make sure that anything that you're selling, the pieces, the components, that you're not in violation of anything that's going to get you in trouble as far as packaging is concerned. Like, don't ship anything that's going to get you in trouble. Alcohol, guns, okay? So packaging, you want your item to be received at your customer, not broken, intact, not dirty. I think that's the best way to put it. So use all of the tools available to in your arsenal so that you can get this item to them. Now, if that means, here's the deal, here's my exception to the rule. If I got to spend a whole bunch of time packaging up this particular bundle because it is so intricate and so delicate, and I have to spend extra money on bubble wrap, I've done two things. I've increased my cost because of the fact that I have to buy more shipping supplies, or padding or whatever. And I'm taking up a whole bunch of extra of my time to do this. So I'm going to charge a price that is reflective of that. But I am all about trying to get stuff out fast. I'm not about trying to spend 30 minutes on one shipment. Like, I don't have that kind of time. If you got that kind of time, that's great. I don't have that kind of time. You could hire like a prep center to do the work for you. But again, they're going to charge you. So then you're whittling into the profits. So just be mindful of some of the products that you choose. If you're okay with that, that's great. So a product that you might acquire for $20, the entire bundle, but because of all the intricacies and the fact that there's extra shipping and somebody else has to put it together and they charge you all these fees. So then now you're into, a padding of an additional $10 or $15 just for this particular bundle that you bought it for $20. That's $35. I'm probably gonna have to sell this thing for like $70, like for real, because that's a lot to have to do. So keep all that stuff in mind. And if it's possible, that you can do virtual bundles, those are always good as well. They still sell. Virtual bundles still sell. You just need to find out for the manufacturer or distributor how many they have available, meaning the items that you plan on selling, so that you don't run into a situation where you got listings active and they're out of stock. Especially if it's a bundle, like, oh, okay, you have a 10-piece bundle and you have 9 pieces and the 10th piece won't be available for another 2 weeks. That's a problem. You can go in and modify the listing, notify the customer and all this other stuff. But again, keep that kind of stuff in mind. All right. And don't sell stuff that's going to get you in trouble from a hazmat or prohibited standpoint. know what the guidelines are for each one of the platforms, and go from there. All right, knowing your numbers, I think we talked about this, which is, again, figuring out your profit. That's the biggest thing. That's really what you ultimately need to be working on and focused on, is figuring out your profit. So we kind of talked about the profit and some of the calculators that are available. So I always try to target anywhere from 4X to 7X, whatever my total cost is. So if I'm able to put together a bundle for $4, I might sell it for 16 or 70 or 28. Now, here's the deal. Because of inflation and some of the increased fees, it's probably not 4X anymore. It's probably 5X. And it might all the way go up to 8X. So we'll have to see. But I think those are increasing ways that you can increase your profit margin. All right. So the next time that we meet, we're going to be going through sourcing and strategies, reverse sourcing. Yay, we did that in an hour and a half. So now we're going to go try and create a product bundle. So I am going to try to step through aspects of validating the niche. So a validated niche, I know that there's going to be a bunch of products that are going to be sold for Mother's Day. Who agrees with me? Who agrees with me? There's going to be a bunch of Mother's Day gifts that are sold. Who's buying a gift for their mother for Mother's Day? Let me just rephrase that. Who is buying a gift for their mother for Mother's Day? What are you buying your mother for Mother's Day? Do you know yet? Do you have any idea what you're buying your mother for Mother's Day? Okay. All right, so we don't know what we're buying our parents for Mother's Day. I have no idea. I'm probably gonna send my mom some flowers. I don't know. I have no idea. None. Zero. So let's go do some research. Let's go see what's out there in the universe. We also have the fact that we're going into the spring. So there's two opportunities. Mother's Day in the spring. These are things that are going to happen, and people buy things for the spring, right? Tell me in the chat, what is like, maybe if you're going to buy something for the spring, maybe it's for your yard, for your house, for yourself. What are potentially 3 things you're going to buy for yourself for the spring? 3 things that you're going to buy for yourself for the spring. Oh, I'm sorry. Hugs and prayers. I'm so sorry. What are 3 things you're going to buy for yourself or for your house for the spring? Okay, plant pot. Sounds good. Yeah. Anything else? All right. So let me close this. All right, let's go over here. So we have, first thing, because I like to look on Google, spring products. I could Google it that way. Okay. Or, nope, those are springs. Products purchase in the spring. All right. I just did a random Google search, nothing intentional. It says 15 high demand products that are purchased in the spring. So let's look at this list. Let's see if this is helpful. Again, I'm getting some level of potentially product validation. Somebody's done an article, so there's probably something in that list I can do. Then there's 10 things to buy for the spring now, and then before they sell out. That was in 2021. Hot items to sell online during the spring and summer. There's one. 15 items to buy before they sell out. I'm sure that, sorry, 12, not 15. So I'm sure that this is a lead into the same one up there. And then items to buy in the spring, deal hack, that was 2008. 50 of the best things to buy in the spring. This is Forbes of 2010. Best buys of spring. And I don't know when this is because there's no date. So we do have some articles We do have a recent one. This is 2021. And then we have another 2021. Okay. So let's look at the list real quick and let's see what we can come up with. See if it's valid. Okay. So seeds. Yep. I've sold those. Gardening gloves. Yep. Kitchen towels, garden stuff, decor. Yep. All right. So Google is what? Our friend. And Google gives us some ideas. So travel accessories. Do people travel during the spring? The answer is yes. People are traveling during the spring. They are going to different places, going places on spring break. So travel accessories, yes. And look at this amazing bundle that's already there. Does somebody see the bundle? You see the bundle. I see the bundle. There's a bundle there, okay? So something travel related. This is something people are going to buy anyway. Smartwatches, yeah, probably people want to do some fitness and regular exercise. I skipped over the shoes because there's going to be a lot of people buying shoes. We have to come up with a bundle. And then there may be some kind of license and regulation, but I may not be able to sell a running shoe bundle, so I have to move on. Minimalist jewelry, I don't know. I'm not a jewelry chick, but there are people that are out there that are jewelry chicks. But summer dresses, what in the spring people are buying what stuff for the summer? Spring, buying stuff for the summer. You see that? You see that? I love it. Okay. Then we have stuffed animals. Yeah, it's because of Easter. And also, Easter is the biggest one. And then graduation, like kids graduating from kindergarten to first grade, stuff like that. I can see that. Okay. So stuffed animals are so horrible. They just collect so many germs. Hiking backpacks. Okay. So if you were selling a hiking backpack, what would you sell with the hiking backpack? Well, we're looking at this picture, so we could look for more pictures of people that are hiking. And so this guy has got all kinds of stuff. He's got some stuff hanging out the back of his backpack. Okay. What else might go inside that backpack if they're going hiking? Okay, so does this little article give us any hints? People are preparing for many hikes throughout the summer. Hikers need heavy duty gear and backpacks. So what type of heavy duty gear? Okay, so they need like those walking poles or whatever so that they can survive in the outdoors. Backpacks are crucial. And so someone could do a search. So somebody take the assignment and go do a search on hiking backpacks. And then open up another window and do a search on things that you need when hiking. Things that you need when hiking. Okay, because a backpack can be folded up and, so it can be shipped in a smaller packaging. The things that go inside the backpack may be different, but the backpack itself can be folded up. Okay, so who's taking that? Who is taking the search for backpacks? And they're doing a second search for things that you put in a backpack. And then maybe they do a search for hiking for beginners. So doing a search on hiking backpacks and then hiking supplies, things that you need for hiking, and then hiking for beginners, those three. I'm looking for somebody to type in the chat. Who's taking it? Who's taking it? Who's taking it? Just do those three. And you got a bundle opportunity right there because that is a legitimate bundle opportunity. Posture corrector. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I think probably that was valid for 2021 because we're all in the house because of COVID and we're sitting down all the time. So that makes sense. Universally, is that something that's going to always be that way for the beginning of the year? For the spring? I don't know. I think that's unique to the time that we're in. But anyway, the renewal on self-improvement, that sentence is correct. Absolutely. I agree 100%. So as part of the renewal of self-improvement, shapewear makes sense. So people are trying to exercise, they want to look good for the summer in that bikini or whatever, or they just want to get in shape so that they're not fatigued when going on the hiking trails. So who took the backpacks? I'm still waiting on somebody to take the hiking backpack. Okay, so shapewear is another one. That's a great opportunity. We can go down the rabbit hole of validating that. Men's plaid shirts. I don't know. That might be true for the spring. I don't know. I don't feel like that's a universal thing all the time, but hey, I'd have to go do some research on the frequency of men's plaid shirts. And I probably go to Google Trends to see how often are men's plaid shirts selling. Is there a spike? Is there a pattern over the last 5 years? And go from there. Just like that posture corrector, like, is there a pattern over the last 5 years that posture correctors really do sell in the spring? So you can go do that research in Google Trends. Face rollers. Oh, God. Face rollers. Okay, the rollers are for eye circles and wrinkles. Okay, I don't know. Now I'm curious and I don't know. Bear claws do sell. Who barbecues? Barbecuing outside. People want to do that in the spring. Bear claws do sell. What else could you be selling with the bear claws? Automotive accessories, yes, do sell because people want to get on the road for spring break. People want to get outdoors. They want to break out that convertible, take the top down as soon as they have the first sunny day. They're out there in that convertible. Do you agree? All right. Phone lenses. I don't know about that. Do the research because most of the phones come with lenses. So I'm not really sure about that. Eco-friendly. Yeah, I do believe that eco-friendly is a thing. Okay. So we have some product opportunities here based off of just this first result of Google research. All right, so let me just do this a second time. I want to keep that article. So I think this is a good article. Now I'm going to go to the second article, which is USA Today. And let's go see what USA Today has to say. Grills, absolutely. In the spring, grills are going to sell. Do you agree? Disagree? Do you think people are buying grills? So just pay attention to this. Whenever you go to your grocery store, do you see grills on the outside of the grocery store? They got them at the grocery store. They have them at the regular stores. They even have the small ones, like you can buy them at the Family Dollar and the Dollar General. Do you remember seeing those? Lawn care items. So we talked about that. So lawn care items do sell. We've already talked about that. They definitely sell. Lawn tools, again, more lawn related stuff. People are trying to get their lawns together for the spring. Patio furniture. There's a theme here. This is all outdoor entertaining so far. So we got the patio furniture, we got the weed whacker, we got some lawn tools, and we got the grill. This is all outdoor entertaining, the whole thing. Lawn games, things that people can do outside, bikes, things that people can do outside. Bikes do sell. Inflatable pools. Yeah, people are going to probably start getting those pools together. They'll buy them in the spring so they can use them in the summer. Golf equipment, again, things for outdoors, outdoor activities, kayaking, kayaks, okay? Air purifiers. I agree, and it could be because of hay fever. It could be in allergies and whatever else does kick up, and it could be COVID related. So I do believe that there's an uptick. I have seen there's an uptick in air purifiers. Okay, so who agrees with this list? All of them were outdoors except for the air purifier. Every single one of them was outdoors except for the air purifier. So who agrees with the list? All right. So I feel like we have some product opportunities here. I'm going to do this one more time. So we did article number 1, article number 2, article number 3. Let's go to article number 3. Let's do a search. And let's go see what they say. Hot items to sell during the summer and the spring. 12 items to buy before they sell out for the summer. Same thing. So I'm going to look at this one real quick. We're going to go back to the hot items from eCom Dash. But let's just go see. So are they the same thing? Outdoor and gardening, we said that. Home and kitchen, blenders. Clothing, shoes. Okay, raining. Okay, rain boots. Definitely. So I agree with the rain boots for sure. Because in the spring it rains, right? They got the blenders. I'm trying to get healthy. And kayaking outdoor activities. They even have in here a fire pit. I'd agree with that. I actually have a whole bunch of fire pits we're going to list next week. So I agree with that. Inflatable hot tubs. Yeah, I think that's going to get ready to happen, especially in new homeowners or people that have one. They're like, it's not working. So let's keep going down. Okay, so that's the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how many did they say they're going to have? 12. Okay, that's 12. That's all of them. Okay. So I actually agree that the outdoor activities, absolutely. The hot tub for sure. Coolers, yep, they're going to be selling coolers. This is this is a cooler. Yeah. I was going to say, it says Yeti. I was thinking that was like a bottle for drinking. Then they have a fire pit, the blender, the ice cream and sorbet maker. Absolutely. Okay, so you're going to see those in Five Below. Like they'll have all the little ice cream maker stuff. You'll also see the kids' version of those things. Kids love making those. So if I'm selling an ice cream maker, what am I selling with the ice cream maker? What am I selling with the ice cream maker, guys? What am I selling with the ice cream maker? Hey. If you were going to buy an ice cream maker, what would make you buy it? The instructions, besides the instructions, some of the ingredients, some of those ingredients are dry ingredients for the ice cream maker. Okay. Some of it is not, but some of it is dry ingredients. So for the flavors and stuff like that, like some of that is dry ingredients. Okay. So that's a great bundle opportunity. Insulated can cooler. So I might sell the can cooler with the big cooler. So I'm curious about this cooler now. Clearly it's going to Amazon. Great way to do your affiliate links. Oh, that's a big joker. Well, he's marked down 31%. Look at that. He's a big joker though. Okay, frequently bought together. Look at that, the wire rack that goes inside of the Yeti cooler and the ice pack. Instant bundle. Instant bundle. Instant bundle. It's a big one. It's a big one, but it's an instant bundle. The wire rack that goes inside of the Yeti cooler and then the ice pack. That's an instant bundle. So if you can't sell Yeti on Amazon, or if there is a copyright infringement or whatever for Yeti, can you sell a cooler with a rack and an ice pack? And can you get it from somewhere else? Yes, you can. Do you want to sell big stuff? I don't know. It's up to you. This is a little big. It's a little heavy. So you have to decide whether or not this is for you. But oh yeah, the ice cream scooper. There you go, girlfriend. See, now you're with me. You're with me. Okay, so let's go and we're going to do some reconnaissance. Shall we go do some reconnaissance like Mission Impossible? Let's go down that list Nicole was talking about. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not going to find the list only because I'm looking for it. There it is. All right. Mission Impossible. Your mission today, if you choose to accept it, is to create a bundle. All right. So we have some great research that we've already preliminarily done. Because we're sellers, we've kind of visually validated that, yeah, we agree with what they're saying is going to be things that will sell in the spring. And we still have time as ourselves to source these items, do we not? We still have time. We can go find some of these items. So let's walk through the validation game. Let me move this over here. Okay. Item and items. Okay, so travel accessories. Let's validate travel accessories. Okay. So is there market research on suitcases? Yeah, there is. All right. So let's close out. I should have put stats on there. I always forget to do that. All right, so let's see if we got some data on luggage. Yeah, I could have done luggage. So what did we just learn from that? I said suitcases. They have it classified as luggage. Hey, both of them are valid. So what am I going to do? From a thesaurus standpoint, I am literally going to write down on my little product sheet that I was talking about before. I am going to write down suitcases and luggage. Okay. Any other words that people use to describe these things? Write those words down. Okay. All right. I don't know. This thing is, I don't have time for the cookie manager. All right. So compound growth, luggage, market, sales between 2021 and 2025. So here's the deal. Do you think that travel has been down for the last 2 years? Yes or no? Do you think travel's been down? So if travel has been down for the last 2 or 3 years, if this last COVID, if this COVID variant that is happening right now, that pretty much everybody is getting, some people are still getting sick and dying, but a lot of people are not getting sick and dying. The death rates are starting to slowly go down. What do you think people are going to be doing this summer? 1, 2, 3, go. What are people going to be doing this summer if the death rates continue to go down? What are they going to do? Okay. So people are getting ready to travel. Hashtag facts. Okay. And so that means what is going to go up? What's going to go up? Sales on luggage, suitcases, anything that's travel related, travel bags, travel makeup cases, travel this, travel that. If it is travel related, that is a bundle opportunity for everyone on this call right now, because everyone is getting ready to get out in these streets. They're going to go see grandma. They ain't seen grandma. They're going to go down and see the cousins. They're going to go to the family reunion. They're going to go travel to XYZ's birthday. They are going to go somewhere. They're going to go on vacation to the beach. They're going to go places. They're going to go on that cruise that they haven't gone on, or they're going to fly over to Tahiti. Whatever they're going to do, they are traveling. So since they are going to be traveling, whether they're traveling in the car, whether they're traveling by boat, whether they're traveling by plane, they're going to need some stuff always. Okay. So now that we know this, we know that people are going to be traveling. If this variant and the numbers continue to trend down, even though infections are high, if deaths are going down, more people are going to go start traveling. It's just a fact. So we can see in the data that here, and to go whatever this site is. So luggage, backpacks, and business bags. Luggage is 8.6% of the market. It says that for up to 2025, that luggage is going to be the thing that's going to be selling the biggest. Backpacks will be second at 7.3. So again, that's potentially an opportunity for you. And then business bags is 5.7. So for those of you that want to niche down, maybe you don't want to sell the luggage, maybe you don't want to sell the backpacks, you want to get into business bags, this may be an opportunity. So we talked about some of the things that people are going to need for luggage if they're traveling. If I'm carrying backpacks, who could be carrying backpacks? So parents could be buying backpacks for their little kids to carry their stuff in for the summer. They got to go to grandma's house. They got to go to summer camp. They got to go, wherever we're going on a cruise. You get little Billy has to carry his own backpack. Little Sally got to carry her own backpack. They got backpacks on wheels. People that want to go hiking. We talked about hiking just a minute ago. Okay. Or going on trails, nature trails. People that want to go camping, all backpack related. Back to school, backpack related. Back to college, backpack related. So backpacks are just the thing that people are going to be buying. So you could get into the backpack industry and put and be niched down in that group. I listed a whole bunch of stuff. So you could niche down and do backpacks for school. You could do backpacks for hiking. You can do backpacks for working in the office. You can do like people who like ride their bikes and wear a backpack and go to the office. You can be backpacks for college. You can do backpacks for little kids traveling. So little kids that need to do something, whether they're going to grandma's house or doing a sleepover somewhere else, or they need activities in the car. So backpacks for little kids. These are your opportunities. Who's taking notes? Who's taking notes? Somebody taking notes? I'm hoping somebody's taking notes. Like, I'm giving you ideas right now, bundle ideas. I hope somebody's taking notes. Okay, I literally just rattled off probably 7 different niches just then, just in backpacks. So now we're going to go over to business bags. So let's just think about business bags right now. So business bags, what type of business bags do you need? So you got business bags for professionals like lawyers, and you have business bags for people that are doctors or medical professionals. Those people that go from doctor's office to doctor's office doing stuff. Sometimes they're carrying backpacks and sometimes they're carrying business bags. Okay, you got insurance agents, they might need a business bag. Somebody that's an executive at a company, they might need a business bag of some type that they're going to carry. Business bags for my laptop, going in and out of the office. What about those people where companies have put off the company get together and they're going to do the company get together this year because the COVID numbers are going to go down and the death rates are going to drop? Like, okay, so then you're going to have a whole bunch of business bags that people need to grab. So having a combo backpack / laptop holder, like those are bags. So you can get into that. That's a good little niche right there. That's a pocket, but somebody's going to take advantage of that pocket. So again, I just gave you a bunch of different niches just in the business bags alone. And then we have luggage for all kinds of, like, I don't know, you're just traveling, you go on a plane, go in a car, go on a train, whatever, just luggage in general and all the little pieces. So you got the big giant bag for the luggage, and you got the carry-on for the luggage, and then you got the little makeup bag for the luggage, and you got all of these little pieces, they are part of the luggage. All types of bundles. Okay, bundle opportunity. So then we know that there's at least some statistical data. Let's go see if there's any other statistical data around the sales. So how many bags are sold each year? Approximately 500 billion, that's plastic bags. That's not any good for us. We don't care about the plastic bags. Okay, what is the current industry sales for backpacks? $2.4 billion. $2.4 billion. Okay. Suitcases. How many suitcases does the average person have? I don't know if I care about that. Suitcase size, suitcase industry. How big is the suitcase industry and how big is the luggage? Again, I call it suitcases. Other people call it luggage. It's the same damn thing. But anyway, let's just go. So suitcase industry, it says, based on Statistica, is $28 billion. $28 billion. Okay. And the backpacks, sales and backpacks, we said 2.4. So suitcases, because they're probably bigger and they cost more, 28 billion, backpacks 2.4 billion. I don't care, both of them have $1 billion on them. I know I have an opportunity here. both of them have $1 billion on it, okay? It's ridiculous, okay? Luggage segment, this one is of the market, growth is 2.3%. So this one says it is 27, 28, pretty much 28 billion, because that's 27, this is in the millions, that's in, So it's still validated, okay? So the first thing on our little wheel of trying to figure out, so trying to figure out validation for things that we can sell. Is there a value in the market? What's the answer to number 2? What's the answer to number 2? Answer? Yes. Yeah. There's some numbers. I got some crazy, ridiculous numbers, whether I'm selling suitcases, whether I'm selling luggage, whether I'm selling backpackers, whether I'm selling business bags. There's some nice numbers in that. So number 2, validated. Number 3, trends. Is there a trend? Well, we already said that this is a thing that's getting ready to happen. We have literally done a random Google search for the spring, and luggage has come up a couple of times. So we can go do a search on Google Trends. Google Trends. Oh, did I not spell it right? Nope. It's Trends, Google. So we can go over here, and I can call it luggage, I can call it suitcases, I can call it, let's just see what happens. So luggage, baggage. Baggage is another term. Somebody writing this down on their product sheet. Baggage came up. That's what the airline industry calls it. Write it down. See how the keywords are just popping up all over the place for us? Okay. So there looks like there was an uptick in luggage. Okay, so if we source now, it is February, might as well say February. So we source now, and it's got April, it continues to tick up, tick up, tick up, tick up, tick up, tick up. Look at that. All the way to July, starts coming down, okay? Then it goes back up for the holidays, luggage, okay? Then it comes back down, okay? So that's 12 months. And if I go and look at the past 5 years, do I see a trend? Now I changed the view to the last 5 years. So it peaks up here, starts peaking up in February, spring break, March, okay? So spring break. Then we have April, that's probably Easter. Then we have May going up to June, summer stuff, coming back down, going back up for Christmas, coming back down, going back up for summer, but it starts to gradually go up around here. So we see that this is a roller coaster ride. So I'm going to make a note on my product sheet. What am I writing down on my product sheet, people? What am I writing down on my product sheet? What am I writing on my product sheet? If I'm deciding that I think I want to sell luggage, so I'm doing some research, okay? I'm implementing everything that I'm teaching you guys. What am I writing down? So I'm writing down that I see that luggage starts to come down around October, goes back up, it starts spiking in November. So if I'm going to source inventory for luggage or baggage, I need to make sure that I'm buying inventory a couple of months in advance or finding sources for inventory a couple of months in advance, right in between the spikes, okay? I'm also going to pay attention to when it starts to uptick. So again, this is February, okay? So February, it starts to go up. We're about to hit, well, March, it goes up. We're about to go into February. So that means I can source now, put together some amazing bundles, put them out there, put them in front of the audience. So I can source my bundles in January for February, selling February to March. Then I know it's going to have a lull for a little bit. Then it's going to start picking up again around May. So again, it starts picking up again. This is June. So about May, I put my listings back up. I'm going to get back in there. It's like playing the stock market. I'm going to get in there, sell my luggage, sell my luggage, sell my luggage, sell my luggage, start taking my listings down. People are going back to school, okay? So then I'm just going to hang out. And then about October, I'm going to start putting my listings up again. And I'm going to sell my luggage, sell my luggage, sell my luggage, and then come back down, okay? So I'm putting down just a month before it starts going up. When am I going to put my stuff out there in the universe if I'm going to create this amazing bundle? When is the window that makes sense for me to do this? We saw this massive drop because of COVID, and the numbers have just been horrific. But then people started traveling again. So here's the deal. The trend started trying to come back to what it used to be. Look, like it's June clearly and November, okay? Buying lots of luggage. So we know that those are the trends, and then we also know it starts to tick up because of spring break in February. So you have an opportunity now to start sourcing inventory that you can sell for the next couple of, like through the rest of the year. If you find the right bundle set, you can leave the bundle up all year round. If you have the inventory, like if you're buying it wholesale, you can leave it up all. If you have a good wholesale, if you have a good dropship supplier, you can leave it up all year round. But you gotta know, like, okay, I'm looking at the data to make decisions. I'm not going just by my gut, even though I did a Google search and Google came up with, I just did a random search for spring, okay? What's selling in the spring? and it's randomly just showed up. Okay. So I am validating every step of this journey, and I'm going to put together a plan of action on how I'm going to sell these things. So I want to make sure that I have enough inventory to sustain sales. You have to know that somebody else that makes way more money than we do, that has way more capital, probably already knows these trends. And so they know when to put their listings up and when to take them down. They know when to increase their volume and their quantities and when they don't have to worry about quantities. So they already know this. But again, we're looking at this with fresh eyes. So we have to think like they think in order for us to be able to make the kind of numbers that they make. We're being intentional. So if that makes sense. All right, so we see the trends. We're going to make a note of the trends, and we're also going to make a note of the keywords that we just accidentally came across. Okay, so we're putting this on our info sheet. Everybody paying attention. You got that info sheet. You start building out that info sheet now. Okay, so then the next thing, so what is number 3? Is there a trend that we can see? What's the answer to number 3? Is there a trend? Number 4. We're going on to number 4 now. The answer is yes. And we're going to see if there's any reviews or if there's a niche in the market. Let's review some of the products. Is there a problem with the niche in the market? So is there a problem with the niche in the market? So I am literally going to just search luggage problems, suitcase problems. I am also going to go look at listings though. Because if people are reporting problems, what are the problems that people are reporting? 3 common, look at that. I love Google because Google is your what? Your friend. All right. So soft luggage or hard luggage is damaged. So that's what people are complaining about. The wheels are stuck and they fall off. And telescoping the handle is stuck. Oh, the handle that goes up and down. So that's a common problem that people are complaining about. So we want to hope that we find, if we're going to source a product, we want to hope that we find a product that solves that problem. Okay. But that is the 3 ones that just immediately came up. Cracked zipper came up as well. I'm sure that there's a bigger list here. But here's the thing. Evidently, this particular brand is, I think, trying to say that they solved this problem. Yeah, I think that they are cracked, soft luggage, cracked zipper, blah, 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 blah. They are trying to say these are the common problems. And look, the solution is our product. So what you might do, here's another potential product opportunity for you, is this may be, if this is a product, which I think it is, if this is a product, then there's might be an opportunity for you to become a distributor or wholesale supplier or to sell these guys product. If this is a product, yeah, how to contact, oh, look, distribution and bulk orders. What? Oh, look at the accident we just came across. So now I can reach out to these guys if I think this is an industry that I want to get into, like I want to sell this niche, I want to solve this problem around luggage and suitcases and blah, blah, blah. And I might become a distributor for them, manufacturer for wholesale. Maybe I might reach out to these guys and see what I can do. I might research this a little bit further, dig in a little bit deeper, see if I can sell their products. Then I can potentially have a whole bunch of bundle opportunities of their product. I might also go see what the rating is. Mayton, for this particular brand in the universe, Mayton. And I am going to type in the word rating because Google is our friend. So when I type in Mayton, 24 reviews, and all of them are 5 stars. See if there's any other ratings. This is 4.8, 24 reviews, so that's the same one. They've already got a video out here. Let's see, now we're gonna actually start going down the rabbit hole of looking at other things. So I'm gonna go see if there's any YouTube videos because I saw that YouTube video. I'm gonna see how many YouTube videos about this particular brand. If people love this thing, this might be a good solution for me because then there's already a built-in audience for this thing. Okay, so we have 43,000 views. Mayton travel laptop backpack review. 43,000 reviews 2 years ago. 16,000 reviews. This is on Mayton. This is on Deal Sniper, 207, 298. This is on their site. Okay, this is on Search for the ASA, 24,000 views. 29, sorry. This is on their site. Okay. So this appears to be a thing that maybe it might be in our best interest. Evidently, Clever Journey, 43,000 is not bad 2 years ago. I am going to do some more reconnaissance. Now I'm mixing in the couple of things that are already on the list. I'm going to type in Mayton, and I am going to see. Did I type that right? Nope, that's not right. M-E. There we go. All right, so Mayton. First thing is sponsored, I'm going to go past the sponsored, and I'm literally going to go to the one that doesn't say sponsored. So these two, the first two say sponsored. Yep. The third one does not say sponsored. 54,000 reviews. Okay. 2,500 looks like almost the same thing, but it's not. So this brand is evidently a good brand, period. It's a good brand. And I'm going to go look at the sales rank for this particular product. I will look at the negative reviews as well. The sales rank, look, they got all kinds of deals. So the sales rank on this particular item, it is number 1 in laptop backpacks. I didn't know this because I have not done any research trying to think about whether or not I want to do a bundle. So if it is number 1 in laptop backpacks and they have 54,000 reviews, let me just go see what we checked off here. So we literally went through, resume. So we did number 2, number 3. We're not in luggage, we're in backpack right now, but we did see that there's a problem to solve in this niche, and they were talking about their particular luggage. That took us down the road for backpacks. So we know that this whole luggage and backpack thing, these two things really do have a good niche. Are there ample products to sell? We can go see if we can find some backpacks and stuff like that. Similar products, yes, we did go and look. Are there YouTube reviews? Yeah, there are. We can write down the price. Are there competition websites? Okay, so we can go and look and see if there are websites. Is there an audience? Let's go see if there's a Facebook audience real quick. So I don't know. I've never looked for this particular thing. So let's go see if there is a Facebook audience for Mayton, if there is one for luggage or travel luggage, or if there's a Facebook group for backpacks. Let's just go see what we find. All right. So I'm going to type in Mayton. Okay, and let's see if there's any groups. I'm looking for Mayton. Not me. I'm not looking for my stuff. Mayton. M-A-T-I-N. I did that right? So a bunch of people showed up. Then there's a page. Groups. See all the groups of Mayton. Yeah, okay. This is not it. This is my stuff. Oh, wait a minute. So there's a Mayton review test. So somebody is probably testing the product. My guess is that they were testing it and trying to get some big fans. Okay. So got 225. So there's one group. Okay, so there's one group. All right, so I don't see any others, but I'm not doing a deep search. So now let's just go see if there is a search on backpacks. Oh, I don't want to buy. I just want to see if there's a group. Searching for groups. Backpacks. Backpacking for beginners. Backpackers Guide to Traveling. Backpackers Travel Club. Okay, so backpacking is a, backpacking is a thing. Backpacking is a thing. So we have backpacking for beginners, Backpackers Guide to Traveling, Backpackers Travel. Okay, flea market, backpacks, hiking, da 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 da. So we're continuing to validate. So clearly, backpack besties, and Office Ladies podcast, backpacking and hiking, backpackers users, BD. I don't know what that is. Budget backpackers. So backpacking is a thing. So there is an audience of people that are interested in good backpacks. Let's see if there's one for suitcases or luggage. Which one? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's go to groups. Bags and luggage, the public group, vintage bags, luggage. Hold on just 1 second. You unloaded the dishwasher? Okay, thank you. Luggage BD. I don't know what BD is. I gotta go figure out what that is. Luggage for sale. So then you got a whole bunch of, oh, they might find some wholesale suppliers and luggage for sale. You might actually find some of that. Bags, baggage and luggage wholesale market. Okay. You might actually find some wholesalers in there. Baggage and luggage and trolley bags for sale from the Philippines. Okay, that might be something worth looking into. Bags and cases, but here's the deal. Best girls handbag, school bag, luggage bags. 52,000 people are in this Facebook group. Okay, so specifically girls, handbags, school bags, and luggage bags. So I think that there's an audience just from the name, not the sales group, but just the group that is not the sales group. I think this is sales. So can buy any type of branded material. Okay, so if we wanted to actually find suppliers, we definitely could find some suppliers probably on Facebook. But as far as actual users, we found a user group. It's a good size user group, like a really good size user group. There probably is another one. So let's see if suitcases come up. Look for groups. So back to luggage. I want to see if there's a group. Suitcase junkies. For people who like to travel a lot, 1,000 people in that one, 1.2. Let's see. The Friends Gurgling Suitcase. I don't know what that is. All right. So there's a small group of people, full suitcase travel group. So there are some travel groups. So what am I writing down in my keywords? I'm going to write down. Now I have a niche audience. There's clearly girls. There's clearly hikers. There's clearly traveling groups. So these are all keywords that I'm writing down. Who's writing this down? Is somebody else writing this down? Somebody writing it down. So, I mean, like we're doing all this research, guys. We're doing it together. We're doing it together. I'm hoping you're writing it down. Okay. All right. So competition websites, we can go see if there's any competition websites. So I feel like we've already done number 2, number 3, number 4. Well, we didn't go look at the negative reviews, but we did find a site for stuff. So then are there ample products to buy, and then check with the audience what the audience will pay. So what is the audience going to pay? So we can go and look and see what people are willing to pay for suitcases and for, first of all, we do kind of already know, so we can write this down. This is clearly that Maton thing. And so the prices for Maton are $29.99. Here's some more Matons. Here's one with some type of bag. So somebody's already got a bundle up. This is a bundle, contains 2. This is a bundle, contains 2. This is a bundle, contains 2. What? This is a bundle, contains 2. This particular bundle selling for $50.98. This one's selling for $46.98. So there's clearly bundles already out there. Make a bundle, virtual bundle. Dun, da, da, da. So you could piggyback off of an existing bundle. This is 2 backpacks together. This is 2. This is 2 backpacks together. This is another one. Look, so they've already got some combinations. Do they have sales? No, but they have some amazing pictures. Can I go list these things on another platform if I get approved to sell this product? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. And I'm going to list it for the price that they have here. I might, if I can work out the whole, how much I'm getting it from them for, I might actually list it for a little bit of a lower price just so I can draw attention to me. But yeah, so they've already got some listings up with bundles. Somebody did not give this one a good rating. They did not like this, whatever this thing is. Okay, but you see the pricing, and I can come down here, products related to this item. You can see the pricing on the particular item. So we do already see some bundles that are out there in the universe. This one is a 3-in-1 bag. It looks like this is coming with an additional bag on the inside. So again, people are looking for solutions. Oh man. Okay. I'm excited. I'm actually now interested in bags. You guys have now you've now sucked me into the vortex of, we started off with a random Google search for what people are buying in the spring. Luggage came up, luggage sent us down to luggage, backpacks, and suitcases or whatever, and business bags. And now we're in it. We are in it. So we do have some ideas on the prices in which people are willing to pay. Are they getting sales? Absolutely. We see a bunch of sales. You can also go validate that by going over to Walmart, and you can go see if there's any on Target as well. So these are all opportunities. Now, where else can I source? Now, we already talked about Maton. So the next thing that I might do is I might go look at, we can go to AliExpress. Are you guys getting value out of this exercise? Is anybody getting any value out of this exercise? I'm clearly not typing that right. This is not how you spell AliExpress. Are you getting value out of this exercise? Oh, it redirected me. Good. Thank you. Because I'm clearly not doing this right. Okay, so now I'm going to go type in luggage. There's luggage sets, luggage travel bags, covers, suitcases, organizers, accessories. Are there products available to sell that are related to luggage? Well, they clearly already have some default categories. We could literally go through every single one of these categories and see what's over here, and then go figure out what we can sell it for. What we're going to focus on is those products that actually have a decent rating. So I'm going after products that are a rating of 4.5 and above. 4.3 might be the lowest I'll go, but we'll see. So we got product specs. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to do suits. Okay, suit. Up, suit. Suit. I can't see this thing. Suit. Case. So suitcase and suitcase luggage, those are the two, suitcases and travel bags. So we got 3, and suitcase cover 4. So suitcase cover, suitcases and travel bags, suitcase cover, blah, blah, blah. So those are coming up just by starting off with the beginning of suit. And then backpack, B-A-C, backpacks, backpack for women. So that's a thing. Backpacks for women. Then there's backpacks for men. So that's another thing. So I see 3 of those that automatically come up, but luggage is the one that wins. It looks like it has the most opportunities. I mean, as far as products. So luggage, lug. Okay. So luggage sets, luggage and travel bags, luggage tag, luggage suit, and da-da-da. So you can decide, maybe you're going to sell luggage and luggage tags together. You could sell luggage and travel bag. Like, we can go look. The question is, in the sheet, is there ample supply to sell? Why am I Canada? Okay, why am I still? Come on, US dollar. Okay, USD. Thank you. All right, so here's some bags. So this is 5. This is 4.8. So this one's only 6 sold. So I'm moving on with 5. This is 480 sold. Not bad. This one is 3,239 sold. And it is 4.8. That's not bad at all. Okay. I might look into that further as a potential opportunity. So I'm going to pay attention to the solds, and I'm going to, I can change my sort, oldest, free shipping. I want to sort ships from, okay. So let me sort by ships from the US because that will present our drop shipping opportunities. So there's not a lot that have been sold on ships from the US. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I think everybody started learning from the supply chain that they need to put the stuff in the US. Make sure that you ship a bunch of stuff across the ocean and put it in the US so that customers are not taking forever to get their stuff. All right. I'm going to go with most orders. So most orders based on luggage. So this one has got, I don't know if that's worth it. Yeah, I don't know about this new patent design. Okay. If you want to sell some high-end stuff, you might want to do some research to see if there's a bag that has all these features, because that is a high price. All of those are high prices, high prices, high prices. So I may not get exactly what I want. Hey, but travel gear and look, kitty stuff. I don't know about this 4366. That is just a bunch of freaking money. Are they selling in sets? I guess that they have to be. That is one big backpack. I don't even know how you do that. Okay, so the prices are ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, let's go look and see luggage tag. The question is, are there products that we have available to sell? And the answer is yes. So this is on the zippers. Those are locks. Here's some luggage tags. Those are cute. Silicone luggage tags. Those are cute. Aluminum luggage tags. Some other, you could do customized. You could do print on demand, guys. Luggage tags. These look like they'll tear immediately, but they are so cute. But again, if you do some colored luggage, like you could potentially sell some stuff like that. Those are cute. Those are actually cute. Not your bag. Okay, so creative. This is not your bag. Roll with it. Okay, so you have some that are customized. They're inexpensive. So once you find the luggage, this could work out. So if you're doing kiddie stuff, this is cute. This may work out for you. So luggage tags may be something we can put in our bundle. Let's keep going. So then the next thing from luggage is luggage travel bags. Just trying, we're getting ideas. Okay, nothing came up under luggage travel bags. Oh, I got to go deeper. Ugh. All right, so then the next thing, luggage tag, luggage scale, luggage sets. We can look at luggage sets. Oh, luggage organizer. We're gonna go look at that luggage organizer in just a second. Okay. The other thing is Google some of the stars who have traveled and their luggage organizers. So what is his name? The guy who did, oh God, Hassan Minaj. He did this whole YouTube video about his travel bag. Hassan, now that I'm thinking about it, Hassan Minaj. I'm going to mess up his name. If you are his nationality, I'm not trying to, I don't know how to spell his name. I'm going to mess it up. No. Hassan, Nicki Minaj. There it is. And Hassan, nope. What is his last name? Oh, he's an actor. Actor. No, I don't need the person's last name to be actor. Let me go to YouTube first and see if I can find Hassan Minaj. Okay, so let me go to YouTube. Anyway, he did this thing about this travel bag. Hassan Minaj. This is him. Maybe. Yes. Okay, good. Travel kit. It was. All right, so he did this whole thing talking about this travel kit. It has 597,000 views, and that bag took off. So again, this was 4 months ago. So what are the chances that we could find a bag that has the same features that he found that were great, and see if we can put it in our bag bundle? Okay. So we've got all this luggage, 8 piece, 6 piece, whatever. So we're going to look at the ratings. Probably want to investigate this one further, see if that is a really good one for us to potentially sell. Get a sample of it and see if, you know, again, this one has got 1,552 sold. It's got 4.8. That might be something worth looking into. If you don't want to sell that big of a set, maybe you just sell the accessories of like the little stuff that goes inside, the smaller things. So there might be an accessory bag that you want to sell that collapses and expands. That might be something that's worth it. You might sell just a carry-on bag. You might sell the stuff for the little kids. You could do a search on luggage for kids if you don't want to sell this big piece of luggage. Okay, so we had luggage sets, and then I think when I was looking for was accessories. I think it's the accessories. And this is repairs for wheels. That could be your jam. Maybe you sell the wheels, a two-pack set of replacement wheels for existing luggage. Somebody here is going to do that bundle, because again, that happens to people. That's a real thing. It's already been defined as a problem. So maybe you sell the solution to that and put those wheels. Somebody do a Google search and see if replacement wheels for your luggage is already on Amazon. If it's not already on Amazon, that could be your niche. Or is it already on eBay? It probably is, but there's probably not a lot of sellers because that's a very niche down solution. Okay. So I don't know what the name of that travel kit. Let's see. Travel kit. Travel toiletry kit. There we go. Nope. Travel kit for men. Mother's Day and Father's Day, another opportunity. So we have, it was like this. It was a travel bag like that. And the way he talked about it, here they are. Okay, so these are waterproof, makeup proof, organize everything. $3.56. Here's another one that is $11. They've sold 424. You have to watch the video to know, but it's one of those collapsible, you hang it up and you can use it for so many different things. This one says it's 14 cents. I don't know how that's possible, but 479 of these jokers have already sold, and it's got a rating of 4.8. So then it's my job to go and do research on the manufacturer to get a sample and to see if this is something I want to sell, because this might be my jam. 14 cents, that is a really good, like, new user bonus. Okay, men's waterproof. I think the one that Hassan Minaj was talking about looked more like this. He actually demonstrated packing the thing in the video, which is perfect. Okay, so these types of things are bags that people are actually looking for to make their lives a whole lot easier. And then if there's already some videos that are out there, you literally could use that as part of your promotion. So that's an opportunity to either get a small carry-on bag plus the little inside, put one of these things on the inside. So if you find a backpack that will hold a laptop and hold like stuff like clothes, and maybe it has a plug outlet. I'm thinking that we're putting the bundle together now. So we have a backpack that has the plug where you can do the charging, and the headphones and can come out. The phone maybe is on the inside. And I have a place to put my clothes inside, and I have a place to put my toiletry bag, and all of that, you sell it together. So you sell the backpack that has a place to put my laptop and the toiletry bag. Those are just two products. Just sell those two products. You can put that listing up. So let's just see if that already exists. So back. And then if you guys have another idea, backpack with toiletry the toiletry bag. Okay, so these are all toiletry bags, but I'm looking for a backpack, a travel backpack that also, so this one, Mayton evidently has one. Maybe. Oh, that Mayton, boy, they everywhere, ain't they? So inside of Mayton, look at this. Normal size, expanded size. Oops. So they're showing the Mayton how you can use it different ways and how you can store things. But I don't see, I mean, I see where they can put toiletries away. I don't see where they have a separate toiletry bag. So maybe the toiletry bag can go in here. I don't know. Oh, nope. Stand corrected. Whew, that was loud. I turned the sound off. Okay, so let's just see what's in here. Maybe you hang it up. Mayton backpack unboxing. Okay. All right, guys. We're just going to watch this for just a second. I just want to see, maybe he does have a toiletry bag in there. Because it almost looks like it does have a toiletry bag. So if it does, again, becoming a wholesale supplier for this particular backpack. So see how small the backpack was in the packaging. So that works for us. I could, whatever I decide to sell, if I find a backpack that has some of the same features as this Mayton, then I can sell it in the shoebox. So that will work. Okay. Does this thing completely unfold and hang up? If it unfolds and hangs up, oh my God, I'm done. And so, yeah, I see Mayton. Come on, just open it up. Let's see if I can move us along. Okay. All right. I care, but I don't care. Okay, you have lots of pockets. Does it hang up somewhere? I think he just showed the inside. It has a whole bunch of features. This backpack is the bomb, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so I don't think that it has a toiletry bag. So if I decide I'm going to sell something hopefully similar, I would include a toiletry bag in mine. So I would have a backpack and a toiletry bag. Okay. And I don't see, this is pretty cool. Okay, so this is a backpack and a, I don't know that I want to do a see-through, but okay. So here is a backpack and a toiletry bag. This thing is selling for $79.90. So the question becomes, I've got a toiletry bag with a backpack. This is the first one that I'm actually finding from a visual picture. So this thing has sold, it's got 189 reviews and it's 4.6, which is good. There is no competition right now. If I am looking, I'm not finding it other than the see-through crap. I am not finding another combination backpack picture with a toiletry bag. That's the only one that I found. So that's the case. There's an opportunity for competition. Does this one have a toiletry bag? No, that's sponsored. Does this one have a toiletry bag? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I don't see anything because you should put your two pictures together to make sure. So I think we found a market. Low competition. And we know that there's a need for it. And we know that people will be traveling. My assumption is that it says it's got a makeup case. I don't know what you want to call this, but if we can find a backpack that's really nice and find a carry bag, a toiletry bag that's really nice and put the two together, there is no other competition. I mean, right now, unless I did the search wrong, and that's just a quick search. So I would probably do a deeper search, but there's an opportunity. So we have a window where there's no other competition. Okay, I like that. I would have to go confirm that there's really no other competition. So backpack with I don't think there is. Okay, so I think we got it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to source. So I think, I mean, there's going to be backpacks with lunch pails, but I don't see one with a toiletry bag. That's on page 1. So we'd have to go through page 2, 3. If you all find it, so that's your assignment. That is everybody's assignment. So we're going to call it there because it's 2:38. This is what we're going to do. We are going to sell a backpack with a toiletry bag bundle that has a laptop holder. Okay, we went through probably about 75% of this. So I'm going to say you all can finish the research. We clearly know that a backpack is a selling product, period. We know it is. Okay, we already know that. We know what the volume is on backpacks. We know that there are backpack groups. So going after some backpack groups is a good one. The fact that people are going to be traveling is another one that's good. And so we can continue. We'll come back. We'll do the research on the websites. If we find it, we're going to go find the bags and the backpacks and put our combinations together. Who's game? Who's still here? Like, is everybody asleep? Who's still here? Who's still here? Who's still here? Somebody say something, because I can't be by myself. Okay, so was this helpful, us actually going down the rabbit hole? Was this helpful for you going down the rabbit hole and trying to figure out, is this... Yeah, I hope it is helpful, because we really went down the rabbit hole. So we didn't answer there. I think we answered, like, out of the 7, 8 questions, we didn't answer one of the questions. So we're just going to answer that one question, and then we're going to go source our products. So, hey, high five, ladies. Woo-woo! All right, so we're going to wrap up. If you have questions, you can come back to the Q&A. It's at 3 o'clock. And do your own research over the next week. Go back, definitely watch the videos. Do your research based on this combination. And you guys come back and tell me, I need some interaction next week, next session 6. We're going to validate that this is a good combination. If it is, we're going to go grab the pictures. We're going to go figure out which products we're going to source. Validate with me. Go do some research on Walmart. Go do some research on the other platforms. Go do some research on AliExpress. See if you can find some potential combinations. Let's build this listing together, because I think this is a good one, because there's only one person that's given us any competition that I could find initially. I didn't do a deep dive. We just did an initial. So let's go see if we really have some competition, or if this is really a window for us. So I'll see you all in the next session. I hope this is a blessing to you. And we're going to say goodbye for now. Bye, y'all. Oh, and sign up, join the eCom Planning Facebook group so we can do some planning. All right. Talk to you later.